I believe we're going.
Given the people what they want to see on a Sunday evening, which is a white boy who's extremely sunburned. For those of you wanting a little peek behind the camera, I was lamenting to Daniel about this because if you look at my arms and the rest of my body, there's no sunburn. In fact, the bottom half of my face, there's no sunburn. I wasn't facing the sun. It just happened that way, and it has given me just a real pleasant look, I think.
He's a little toasty, that's for sure.
And I think it wouldn't bother me as nearly as badly if I don't know, like if it's gonna look like this, like it might as well hurt. I don't know, like I don't get sunburn that often, you know.
Does it not even? Does it not hurt?
No, there's nothing. It's just a color. I've just become the background color of our stream right now. That's it. Nothing has changed.
It's just
Nothing
Carson.
in my day-to-day has changed. Ridiculous.
That's super funny. How was Soapbox though?
Dude.
Is everything you hoped and dreamed it would be?
I mean, so this is the second
2?
Soapbox event that I've been to in the last 3 months, which
I
mean, great. I got a Soapbox shirt. I now have a Soapbox shirt and a hat. I think it's becoming my I'd say at this point it might be a hobby. I think it's like a fair
Soapbox.
I mean, dude, the top speed was like 38 miles an hour, and like
it's pretty good.
I will say, and I'm going to laugh about this because the gentleman was okay. So a guy he wipes out, like goes down in a blaze of glory, gets up, he's totally fine, and I have pictures of him. He's got both fists in the air, and he's he's rocking it. He's like giving everybody a nice "woo, I'm here," and he's running down the ramps, and he jumps off the ramp being like, yeah, and then I'm like 99% sure he tore his ACL.
Nice.
So he jumps, given the like end of the movie fist bump up, lands it, and then immediately goes down, like grabbing the leg.
Yikes.
Like, and it was like grabbing an area that screamed ACL to me. So
yeah.
And again, he kind of stood back up and he didn't have to get in the ambulance, and that's why I'm choosing to laugh at the situation. But
as long as he's like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. But my God, it was really hard to not keep laughing in the immediate moment. Once he stood back up, I kind of went for it, but I did feel a little guilty. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Just a little bit, but not enough.
Yeah, probably not enough. I don't know. It was really funny. Like, do you know how funny it is to eat shit and then eat shit again doing a celly because you ate it? Like,
that's a little brutal. I won't lie to you.
And the team. So at the beginning of the soapboxing for Red Bull, there's like a little skit that you do. Like you do a little dance number. You introduce yourself, talk about why you're doing it, why you're there. Yeah. And the guys were all like, yeah, their whole theme was like middle-aged men and having a midlife crisis. And I'm like,
that's so good.
It really just kind of nailed home getting hurt during it. Like it just.
Oh, really, same guy?
Yes, that was that team. That was the same team.
Oh, yeah, that team.
And I was just like, I'm like, can't give this guy
overcommit to the bit.
Yeah, I mean, we did have a team that when they crashed, the guy intentionally had like a mannequin head that like rolled down the road, and I was like, all right,
that's funny.
I'm like, if you're gonna eat it, I'm glad he had a backup plan. Like, hey man, if I crash, I'm gonna make this look funny.
No, that's fair. I respect that. If I'm going down, I'm gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. Going down in a blaze of glory, like my face presently looks.
Like a blaze of glory.
I'm gonna make sure I get some run out of this. Like I said, it's really shocking how it's on just one half of my face.
No, yeah, I get that. It's like I don't know if you're a big get tan lines kind of person from like wearing like a watch or like something like that, or the hat.
I get the farmer's tan. I get the
Okay,
farmer's
yeah.
tan.
My favorite back in high school, when I was playing sports like full time, I played soccer as a goalie and I played tennis, right?
Yes.
And then as a goalie, the tan line, you have a glove tan. So like you're
Yes.
like up until about right here, it's like
Mhm.
one color, and the rest of your arm is like a different color. And when I played tennis, I wore an arm sleeve on my right arm, a wristband on my left, and then a headband.
Oh, the headband tan's the worst.
The head because it's right here.
There's
Like,
nowhere to. There's no way to hide it, especially when you're
No.
still in school. There's no.
Exactly.
You can't just rock the hat to avoid it until it goes away.
Everyone knew why I had it. Was the thing, so it was like kind of fine, but like it still was brutal.
I think I'm running a real solid contender for like worst Two-Face cosplay. Like if that was like a contest, I think I might have that one on lock. Like not only did you, it's not thorough, but you got it's more
The wrong color, the wrong way.
Yeah, I went. Would it be hamburger instead of hot dog in this instance?
Well, I was thinking
'cause of the
vertical,
face?
horizontal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Which ones?
Hamburger's long,
So it would be.
so
Yeah,
would
so
be
I
hot
did
dog.
hamburgers right. Yeah.
yeah. You did it, horizontally instead of vertically.
Correct. Yes. Really,
I went the reverse.
I really galaxy brained one of the simplest analogies you could possibly have, didn't I? There.
Dude,
Is my
hamburgers
helmet
and hot
backwards
dogs,
back there?
big fan.
Sure
Looks a
would
little
look like it
offset.
is.
I
I got my Giants cup back from when I went to Oracle back there. I think there's.
I'm gonna be in about a month, less than a month. I'm gonna be at Oracle Park, and I'm so excited.
That's that's the most important reason you're going there, of course.
Yeah, only the most important reason I'm going back home.
Yes.
I'm gonna go see a baseball game. Nothing
Yes.
else important is happening.
Nothing else is
The
happening,
reason
yes.
I'm going home. But
I
might catch an A's game while I'm out there too, just because they're ridiculously cheap, and also I have an extra day.
So I sent my buddy this. Diego, what would you ballpark 2 season tickets for the A's costing total, not each? So season ticket so you get 2 seats every home game. What would you put
like
that
good
at?
seats or
like
your average seat?
Yeah, like a seat that you would pay, I don't know Oakland A ticket price math, but like I'll do like Giants math. A seat that you would pay like $60-$70 to sit at for the Giants.
Good seat, like
a good seat, not like you're not on TV.
Not the
but like
best.
yeah, you're not on TV, but like you're
$60-$70 at Oracle gets you a pretty decent seat.
It does.
Seat. For Oakland, the season tickets are expensive.
They are.
They
are.
Generally,
and to be clear, this season ticket package also includes MLB TV for free, free food and drink, period, which includes alcoholic beverages. You also get complimentary game programs. You get all the giveaways, etc., etc. So that's all folded in as well. If that helps you give it a number.
I'm trying to think of what a normal season ticket would cost. I'm pretty sure like a Giant season ticket costs a couple $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Is it bad? My initial guess was like maybe $1,000.
It's $1,400.
Oh boy, that's not that much.
So for $700,
that's a fantastic price.
So, and what else I'm gonna knock off this is that it includes MLB TV for free. So I'm gonna remove that from the price because that's $150.
Wait, this is for 2, right? You said
2 seats, yes.
So $700 a pop.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And that includes free food and drink. And I looked it up. That includes, when it says free drink, that's free booze.
That's a phenomenal deal.
That means if you went to, I would venture to guess, 12 to 15 baseball games a year and you lived in the Bay Area, if you made those A's games, like you would break even on that.
You would easily break even on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially you just have like 3 or 4 beers a game. Like
yeah. Oh, it also like merch discount. Like I didn't even like get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I thought about it, I was texting my buddy because he lives in the Bay Area.
The San Jose guy?
Yes, he might maybe San Francisco very soon.
Oh.
Inside scoop. He sent me a picture. Whatever. That's I'm manifesting for Setsky right now. I was texting him about it because I was like, listen, man, I'm like, they're changing up how they do the schedules starting next season. I'm like, do the math with me, bro. I'm like, we're probably going to see, I'm like, 6 of those games, he's a Cubs fan. I'm like, 6 of those games are going to be A's Cubs and A's Cardinals every year. And I'm like, I'm 100% going to go to, that means I would go to probably at least 6 of those games because I'd go with him to the Cubs games. He'd go to me to the Cardinals games. And I'm like, and then at that point it becomes, I don't know. The Angels are in town and Shohei Ohtani is pitching. Yeah, right. I'm going to go watch that game. Oh, it's the Mariners with Julio. And like,
I'm going to go see those games.
Exactly. That it starts to snowball a little bit here where I'm like, at that point we can just play, is the starting pitcher really good or is the team very fun?
Exactly. I'm also about to transition from these headphones to wire headphones because these ones are dying. Give me 2 seconds.
Good to know. So I guess this week's not sponsored but willing to be is Oakland headphones. Athletics. Give Diego and I our headphones. Diego and I season tickets.
Honestly,
Diego's the most sane Giants fan about his relationship with the A's.
That's what I'm hearing.
And I enjoyed the movie Moneyball.
2 seconds. I'm pretty sure you're talking, but I can't hear anything you're saying just because.
No, yeah, it's completely fine.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Once it kicks in, I'll just repeat everything I'm saying. I'm sure you're not going to be upset by the fact that I'm. Sorry, quick little message in chat. Why are you looking like you have a permanent mask of the game and John Wall would be proud of? Peyton, if you missed the beginning, like I mentioned, I was out at Soapbox Derby on Saturday, and I somehow got a sunburn on just the top half of my face. The bottom half's completely fine. Nothing on the arms. Nothing on the back of my neck. Legs completely fine. I guess maybe it was a little bit too early into the year to use SPF 8. Or maybe I should have used SPF 15. But normally I use SPF 8 and everything's fine. So that is why I'm currently rocking a little bit of a – I don't even know what to call it. I guess I'm like instead of two-face, I'm like maybe like a double face. Half face, we can call it that. I'm fine with that. We are through an inning here. I feel like I should probably also, while Diego's doing a little.
There we go.
Housekeeping. Oh, he's back. Diego, I was saying our not sponsored segment of the week could be headphones, or it could also be the A's giving us season tickets because I know they're still for sale.
Listen, man, want to give us season tickets. I got a pennant. Where is it?
And I said that you're the most rational Giants fan in your relationship with the A's, and I like the movie Moneyball, so I feel like
I got a pennant.
I am a diehard Steven Piscotty fan. So
we do love Steven Piscotty. Whoa, Piscotty.
I would get a Steven Piscotty jersey, and I wear it to every game. I'd wear it to every game.
The A's, one of the best jerseys in baseball, the Kelly Greens. So good.
We can make this a little segment later on because I might need to think about this legitimately. I would also venture to say top 5, perhaps top 3 alternate logo. I love the elephant, dude.
Oh no, I agree. I 100% agree.
The elephant is sick.
Logos. Speaking of jerseys, City Connect dropped this week. Brewers. Yes. What do you think?
So I will keep my bias aside for this because, as everyone knows,
you don't like.
I am a Cardinals fan.
This is really?
Whoa! Breaking news. Well, I guess the helmet is turned around. I guess there's a ginormous Busch Stadium art. I can.
Yeah,
point.
I mean.
I was like, it's hidden today. No, it's not.
Mine, you have all 3 of these teams just kind of randomly up here. So.
Yeah. I think the hats are terrible. And the jerseys are fine, but their nickname is already the Brew Crew. It doesn't bring anything new to it for me. The Giants ones weren't great, but I learned about the fog as a result. I didn't know that about San Francisco. And then I hate the
Giants ones so much.
Right, so. Yeah, they did at the very least you learned something. I was like, a cool piece of information. I'm like, oh, you mean their most popular nickname is just what's on the jersey? Ooh. Oh, and their hat is just an abbreviation of their city name. Very cool.
I'll say this. I think I like the Brewers better than the Giants still.
Yes.
But not significantly better. Like so I have a City Connect ranking, just I keep in my notes.
Okay.
I have them at 10, right ahead of the Giants.
I would put them above the Dodgers ones as well.
The Dodgers are dead last. And those are going to be hard to beat for the worst spot.
Yeah, I don't care for them very much.
They're awful.
My Giants thing is just like, and it's really funny because I have one of the 2 articles I have published for us is I did a mock-up with Izzy, shout out, former employee here.
She got too good.
Yeah, that's true. I blame myself. You know, I came up with a decent idea and I biffed it. But one of the ideas I did was a Cardinals mock-up, and I remember at the time being like, it's kind of plain, but I was like, it hits on the important city themes, and I'm okay with that. The Dodgers, I think, kind of took that, and they were like, but what if we added nothing?
The thing is, so the Dodgers, if they would have done Los Doyers, which is something they already do, it would have been 100 times better. It would have been from like dead last to probably middle of the pack. The Blues are also the pants are disgusting. Like the blue is too aggressive. The hats were bad. But if you put Los Doyers instead of Los Dodgers, they become significantly better.
But yeah, my thing with like the Cardinals one that I did, there's not a lot of color to it, but because I went for like really subtle accents with it, I wanted it to be.
That feels like a Cardinals thing to do.
Well, right, because I tried to, because when I thought about it, I'm like, I need to keep this realistic here. Like, and honestly though, like, I don't want. Like our spring training jerseys are red, and I think they look really good for spring training. But like, I don't want a red alternate jersey.
Don't you have a red?
If anything, jersey? What?
Don't the Cards have a red alternate?
No, it's our spring training jersey.
Yeah.
I'll take a navy blue one. I would take a navy blue alternate jersey. I just don't want. I don't know. The Reds are a divisional opponent. Like, we can't have a red
That's
jersey.
reasonable. Yep.
Like, sense. It just – and I'm really scared that our City Connect jerseys are going to be red, and I'm going to be like – so I'm like, you guys, the Reds alternate jersey's going to look the exact same as this, I'm sure.
What if they just say Redbirds on them?
Listen, I wear this hat almost every week. Here's what I want.
It's the bat and Redbird, right?
This is Slugbird. I want –
Slugbird, sorry.
Give me this. Actually, listen, I already wrote it on a different one. Here, how about this? This not even as a City Connect. Navy blue V-neck with a red collar and piping on the sleeves with a white stripe in the middle.
Yeah.
Slugbird. And let's go red belt, white pants, navy stripe on the side, red socks as an alternate.
The thing is, like, they won't do that because, like, all of the City Connects are like new things. They're not like things that already like exist. They're all like a brand new concept. True.
Well, that's why I wanted them to retrofit the flag and then the St. Louis Stars.
That'd be cool.
The Negro League team. Yeah, I mean,
they could do that because, like, with Miami when they did Sugar Kings, that's what they leaned into. I'm still 100% the Miami City Connects. Are in my mind are very, very hard to beat. They are by far my favorite.
I'll give a hot take to slide us into the game a little bit. The White Sox City Connect jersey. I think it's good.
They're good.
I don't think it's like, wow. I don't know. Everyone was like, oh, these are so hard, and I was like, I mean, they're good.
I have them at 3 in my ranking. And that's like a soft 3. I think I need a little bit more time with the Angels ones.
I really like the Angels ones.
I do too. I think I might like them more. I just need to see them like a couple more times. Because like these rankings, they're fluid, you know?
They're either really good or really bad for me, City Connect wise. Like, I'm either very much thumbs up or very much thumbs down.
Oh, what do you think of the Astros ones? Space City?
Here's what I don't like. I don't like I don't like the monochrome with jersey and pants.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Rockies jerseys. Give me those Rockies City Connects with white pants and like a purple belt and green piping on the sides of the pants.
Fire, absolutely fire.
Would have gone dummy. And I think,
absolutely.
I think the mid-major D1 NCAA baseball program jersey pants doesn't do it for me. And the City Connect, it is.
It's funny because that's exactly correct. That's the best part about that.
It's like a William and Mary alternate jersey, and I'm like, all right, it looks fine. No disrespect to William and Mary.
That was just such a specific school to call out.
Well, that's a mid. Are they mid?
No, you're right. That's exactly what you were describing. But
yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't know. And that's not me being like a boomer. Like, oh, they don't look like professional jerseys.
They look
no. I'm here for them to look fun. It's more just like
they just look not. They're not done well enough to.
Let's not pretend like no one buys the baseball pants on MLB.com. Your guys' job should be
pants on MLB.com.
They are not sponsored, but should be. MLBshop.com. If you put authentic, I swear. Actually, you know what? You can clip this if you want. If I could purchase a full St. Louis Cardinals uniform on MLBshop.com, if that is possible, not game used. I don't have that kind of money.
That's also kind of weird.
Yeah. First of all, I'm 5'8", so I guess Tommy Edman is. I guess if you're rocking a Tommy Edman jersey, I'll wear it. I'll do that. I would do that, but I don't think that they do. So
I'm gonna go check right now.
Oh God! All right. This just in: Carson will be dressing like Andre Palante for Halloween.
That's dressing hot.
I mean, no disrespect. I would be fine dressing as Andre Palante. He's been doing all right.
I'm just gonna Google pants, or not Google. Search pants on the site.
A little dink and dunk from Houston, by the way, and they will have first and third, second and third. It looks like second and third.
It does not. It looks like they just sell like sweatpants, and that's about it. And like pajama pants kind of deal.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
$100 for joggers, team licensed joggers.
Nike?
No.
Oh, then never mind. Nike, at least I can like somewhat get, but
they might be. I might have said no too fast. No, these are not Nike. These are, what brand is that?
Is it like
they're officially licensed?
So is it Fangraphs? And I'm not. No offense to Fangraphs,
probably,
but I'm not wearing that.
$97 for a pair of shorts, team licensed.
Yeah, not doing that either.
Yeah, not. I don't got that kind of money.
No. No one should. I don't think anyone should. Don't pay $100 if you can afford to pay $100 for sweatpants. Donate
Go to a
charity.
baseball game instead.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Or go to an A's game and accomplish both things at once. Heyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I think Astros City Connect, right? It just
not quite.
Guys, if there's too many, we don't need to use the whole paint can on the whole outfit, and I just feel like that's what every team has done, and except for shocker, the ones that everyone thinks are the best. Like Miami, they said, we're going to go crazy with the hats and the jersey, and the pants we're going to keep, and then socks and cleats we're going to go nuts. And everyone was like, yep, that's exactly how you do it.
That's how you do it. I mean, like, the thing is, like, the Giants have a City Connect pants, but they're white anyway, so like it doesn't really matter. Like,
and that's why in the mock-up one that I did for the Cardinals, the flag of St. Louis, it has the Missouri River in navy. And it's that like sort of it's a squiggly line, and I was like, you put that on the pants, and that's what it is.
Minimalist pants is what you need.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's the perfect way. And then I was like, but because the Cardinals want to spruce it up a little bit, show us the City Connect, they go for the yellow belt, which I'm really pumped because Arenado and Goldschmidt and a lot of the young cats on the ball club, along with Arenado, I should say, he's 31. Have been incorporating the yellow into the elbow pad and the shit. I've mentioned this on air before, but like
it's good. It's good.
Incorporating because the Giants have 3 team colors only, right? There's not a 4th one sneaking around.
I mean, technically it's only 2, but like,
oh really?
Technically it's just orange and black.
Okay.
But we use like the cream.
Yeah. I didn't know if that counted as a.
Yeah, I think it's technically just orange and black, but it's really orange, black, and cream.
Because I'm like, people forget, man. Cardinals have 4 team colors, and I it's the same reason why. This is why we get on anytime the Diamondbacks wear their like 90s throwbacks, are always like, oh my gosh, it's almost like when you have 4 team colors, it goes outrageously hard.
It does. The Diamondbacks throwbacks, man. The Diamondbacks City Connects. Hard.
Yes, good. It's really unfortunate because their home stadium lighting makes it look like a little bit like urine.
I know,
but
I hope they look better in real life.
But wear them on a road game, boys. Wear them on a road. Play a team that plays in an outdoor stadium and
wear them in San Francisco.
Yes, that's literally like the perfect example.
Yeah, like I'd love to see them.
It's a cream team affair. Let the Giants wear their cream alternates too.
The Creams are our homes, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let it ride. I'm a big fan of, because it's baseball. I get like in the NBA or NFL or really NHL, you got to keep the jerseys a different color. It's like you don't in baseball. Let anyone wear whatever they want. Like.
Everyone can wear the same color, and you know who's who still.
Like it made me so sad because the Blue Jays were playing Baltimore, and one game Baltimore was wearing their black jerseys, and the Blue Jays were wearing their white ones. I think this was like Thursday or Friday. It was the game where both Adley and Vlad had like crazy games, and I have both in my Dynasty Fantasy League, and I was like,
that was the Adley first home run game, right?
Yeah. He's like 3 for 4 and like just and then Vlad was
went nuclear like he does.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, shocker. I talked about this like a month ago. That MLB.com article that was like pitchers have figured Vlad out. And I'm like, no.
No, they haven't.
I'm like, it's not a secret that you don't throw him a fastball up in the zone. You shouldn't do that for any hitter except Cody Bellinger. Like anyone else parks at 400 feet.
Unless you're Vlad and you park it 500 feet.
Correct. And like magically he's made the adjustments.
Crazy.
Oh, bit of an ump show. Nice call for Kopech though. Umps have been a little questionable this week, I will say. I've seen a lot of
they've been a lot more questionable the last couple of weeks, dude.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's an issue.
But yes, like I said, the Orioles wearing their black alternates and like such a sick jersey. It's so dope. And the Blue Jays are wearing their white jerseys. The next game, I'm pretty sure the Orioles are wearing, Orioles are in the gray and Toronto's in the blue jerseys. And I'm like, just do the color.
Wear the cool ones at the same time.
What's stopping? Who is watching the game and going, I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Why didn't Baltimore bring the orange jerseys?
Wear the powder blues and like the black, like all yes, perfect.
It was so upsetting, man. It's like my favorite thing that I love that teams are starting to do because like take a shot, viewers. As a Cardinals fan, I like that the Cardinals people like, they're a boring team. I'm like, bro, we got like 4 jerseys that are all sick that we like mix in, and all of our hats we have 3 different hats, and like we all do that kind of well. And like the Orioles, I think do that really well, and I think Toronto does that really well. And like I think pre-City Connect, no offense, like the Giants, like I really like their like third jersey. Like
the Giants have, I was gonna say they only have 2 hats, but the jerseys they do really well. Yes. And the hats go with all. Actually, they have 3 hats. No, 2. It's 2. It's 2. It's the City Connects and then the black orange bill, which I still need to get. I need to get a new Giants hat.
I somehow don't have a Cardinals like standard home hat.
No, you know what's funny? My Giants hat, my like standard one, it's a spring training hat where it's all black, but I want the black orange bill because that's the hat. That's the good one.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
And like I just haven't gotten one yet. I don't know why. I'll probably go and buy one this week because I get paid in a couple of days. So I'll go get it then.
There we go.
But or I might just wait till I go and catch a game because when I go to Oracle, I will be purchasing a Brandon Belt jersey. No matter what.
I will say I was a big fan of your guys' team store.
Oh,
that is
so
like
cool.
such a.
There's a bunch of them too. There's like 3 or 4.
I went to the main one.
The main one. That's the best.
The one that's got 2 levels.
Yep. It's sick,
like,
dude.
Yeah, I was a very, very big fan because I really, oh my gosh, I did not know this. Tony La Russa and Dusty Baker are 105 and 105 against each other all time.
That's awesome.
That's a crazy stat.
These two, they mentioned this on the top of the or the pregame show. This is one of the most like manager-wise, like the most storied managers you can have in the game today. Like La Russa and Baker.
For sure. Yeah.
Easily. And like it kind of says something about like, I mean, granted, if La Russa wasn't the manager of the White Sox, they'd probably have a better record. But Dusty Baker has the Astros at 40 and 25. Like,
well, yeah, the difference is like, and this is as I know this is the knock on Dusty, and I do love Dusty, to be clear. The thing is like, you know, La Russa can limp Dicky into the playoffs with 84 wins and make a run, and then Dusty's teams can win 105 games, and you're like, I am terrified for the postseason.
Right. Yeah. Dusty Baker very good at what he does in the long run, but like at the end, he has a little bit of trouble.
I will
love
say
Dusty Baker though.
Yes, this is a pro.
We are pro Dusty Baker here.
As a kid too, obviously, I think I definitely would have had a little bit of runway to not be a Dusty Baker fan, obviously, because he managed some pretty good Cubs teams, and I mean even a couple Reds teams that made some noise. But I never. It was the toothpick. Like
he's that guy, dude.
In the same way that I loved Ron Washington, even when
I love Ron Washington.
Oh, are we getting chippy?
Are we?
Oh, did they throw? I don't know what coach that is for Houston, but we had a little. He got tossed.
I'm about to see what you're about to see, what you're seeing. So I'm like waiting.
Yeah, that was quick though. Like I don't know, and I don't know this umpiring. I don't know this umpire crew super well.
I'll look it up real quick. Mauricio Dubon, I miss him. I just saw him in the background of this. I miss Mauricio Dubon. He's out. But let me look up this crew real quick. Shout out Guardians for beating the Dodgers today.
Did they?
Yeah, 5-3. We lost. We got walked off by the Pirates today, so it's a little sad.
Okay. However, Diego, let's take a little bit of optimism with that.
Oh yeah, shout out
Jack Sawinski, a 3-bomb game. Like
I didn't get to watch the game because I was at work the whole time.
If you're gonna get beat, you might as well get beat by someone who like he's not having a better game than that ever.
Yeah, like have a day, kid. Like I respect it. And like the thing is, here's my mindset most of the time. Like because we won the first 2 or 3 of the series. If you don't win the last one, I'm okay with that because it's hard to sweep series.
Correct.
So if you take 2 out of 3, I'm not going to complain.
To my friends that are Cardinals fans, I say the same thing all the time. It's like, listen, man, like your goal should be my goal as a team.
Win the series.
Well, let me armchair manage real quick. Is win the first 2. I hope we win the third, but if we win the first 2, then I'm not stressing about, hey, you know what? Starting pitcher, our bullpen is a little taxed. I know you've given up 4 earned runs through 4 innings. You're probably pitching a couple more today. Like, go get it. I'm letting you go, man. Go get it done. Like, you're gonna have a long leash from me today. Like, I'm not gonna breathe down your back. Go shove. Like, I like that vastly better.
So I wasn't mad
going for a sweep every time.
Yeah, I wasn't mad getting off work seeing we lost because especially the way we lost. I'm like, I can live with that. Have a day, kid. Like, tip the cap to you. Like.
I said this earlier. It was the same deal with the Cardinals. We dropped 2 out of 3 against Boston, but like first game, we go down to our
hot team right now.
Here's the thing though. We go down in the 9th, game 1, 6-1. We get down to 2 outs. We score 4 runs. We lose with the tying run on second base.
Tough.
All right. Game 2, blow them out by 10. Sure. Game number 3 today, we go into the 9th down by 5. We get down to 2 outs. Juan Yepes comes off the bench and hits one of the like a laser dong. We lose 6-4. Tying run was at the plate. Oh well, like that to me, that's a sign of a good team. Is if you're losing and not getting rolled. Like same deal with the Giants. Like
the Giants rarely get rolled. Like,
Yeah,
and when
like
they do, it happens all in like a week or two stretch. That sucks, but then that doesn't happen like often.
and that honestly to me is where I take a little bit of stock of run differential because like sometimes it's just like or like runs scored like can be deceptive at times, but that's where I take stock into it. Is like that's where you see run differential matter with a team.
Yeah,
like
context matters with it too.
We dropped 2 out of 3 against Boston. We outscored them 20-12 in that series, or not 20-12, 23-14. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, see, like we take 2 of 3 against the Pirates, and like it's what? Let me think. Let's see, 9 is 13 runs to 9 for them. Like that's a little closer than you'd like it to be against the Pirates. But like, they're not a terrible team. Like the Pirates they've got some really good guys, and I hadn't paid super close attention to the Pirates this year. But like they're a decent team. They just
I think that they are going to fight. And when I say this, I know this sounds like a bit of a cookie I'm handing out to the Pirates, but I genuinely believe I think they're going to fight for and earn 3rd place in the Central. And I mean that.
I don't think I disagree. I think I might agree.
I think they're going to fight for it and earn it because they also just now O'Neal Cruz is up.
Yeah. Like, oh man,
let's go
excited
rake
for him to be back up.
Let's go rake, dude. Like, go get it.
Just go ball.
I don't know. So I'm excited I really want to upgrade them from because I said this like a month ago. I said I saw on Twitter and I already kind of held this sentiment that I was ready to upgrade the Baltimore from bad and not fun to watch to bad but fun to watch.
Yeah.
Look at Baltimore's
30-38. Fun fact.
Yeah, like that's bad.
That's
bad, but that's fun. That's a ball club. Like I'm watching that game.
Bad, but not as bad as you thought. Like and in a tough AL East too.
And we've talked about it too. Like I mean, Adley, Seti, Mountcastle, Santander, Hayes, Mateo is a defensive wizard somehow. They just put him at shortstop, and
I have him on my fantasy team because he hits in bunches. But the only reason I have him on my fantasy team is so I can take the stolen base cats every week.
Yeah, I mean,
in hopes to. It doesn't work.
He's a fun guy to watch play. Like I said, they're fun to watch because a Cardinals fan. I'm like good defense and a guy that swipes bags. That's so fun to watch.
I agree.
Like when a guy that that no matter where you're watching them play, that like I might see something here.
I love good defense. And granted, I grew up watching Brandon Crawford play shortstop every day.
Yeah, well, we're National League fans. We have good taste, We like watching good defense.
True. Like, good defense it's so good. And then you notice when there's not good defense. Like, when Brandon Crawford gets a day off, like, you can tell. Like,
I mean, we're also watching, oh my goodness, what a play. You'll get to see this you'll get to see this.
Doobie? Is it Doobie? It's not Doobie.
It's an Omaha. Boomer Sooner over the railing.
Omaha.
Look at that.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh. Well.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, what a play. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. ESPN's hearing us, man. That's good defense. That's what you watch. That's what you pay to watch.
That guy, like, he just committed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have that moment where it's like, am I going to make this play or like?
Also, shout out the camera girl there being smart and getting out of the way.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then also shout out the guy who went in to make sure he was immediately okay. Like,
while we're on the subject, we're talking about City Connects jerseys. I'll swing it back real quick. Mm-hmm. The Father's Day hats.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a good look at them. I like the White Sox. They have it on the helmets.
Yes,
nice
yes,
touch.
that's the under it. A lot of it being on the underbill, kind of. No one sees that, and I believe it's a similar pattern on the socks. So I don't hate. I love the socks, but
I like the arm sleeves that some of the guys have. If you look at them closely, like they've got like little like the baseballs and stuff, and like the little
and catchers always know how to do it right.
The catch. Oh, dude, nothing goes harder than a catcher's gear on a special uniform day. Mm-hmm. Mother's Day catcher's gear goes incredibly hard.
Who's got just like great gear? Well, one of his gears, period, I really like is the Wilson Contreras just having the Venezuelan flag colors as his full piece.
That's sick, dude.
I don't know how you look at 95 down the middle there, but.
Yeah.
So you mentioned it earlier. You said, "Oh, you talk about the White Sox." I don't know if given the available managerial hires, if we exclude AJ Hinch, like, let's think about the big dogs that you could make a phone call to. I think
As the White
Bochy.
Sox?
I think Bochy is going to immediately say no, but I think that's a phone call you make just because, like,
just see if he's interested.
Yeah, like, hey man, you want half a season with a team that like has enough talent
Has
to maybe
the talent.
that has the talent. Maybe he says, nah, yeah, 50 games. I'll rent up an apartment in Chicago. Who cares? But I think he still says no. I don't think
He's
Joe.
100% saying no.
Right? Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't think Joe Madden makes his team better.
No. Yeah.
I don't think Girardi makes this team better.
Yeah. Right now, there probably isn't someone that you can think of off the top. Who? I think. Who is it?
There's one man, and it's Ozzie Guillen. It's Ozzie Guillen. It's Ozzie Guillen. Ozzie Guillen should manage the White Sox. I am such a big proponent of this.
No, yeah, I mean, didn't we talk about this last week? Or recently?
I offhandedly joked. Like, I've definitely made jokes on camera being like, F it, let Ozzie manage. But I like low-key, maybe genuinely, if like fully support the idea. Right, because when we're talking about developing players and getting the most out of guys, I think Ozzie Guillen. I mean, like, there's a lot of think pieces about culture fit with TLR in Chicago to begin with, but like, I think you need a clubhouse vibes kind of guy, which is why I thought about Madden a little bit. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I say you let Ozzie like. If you were to make a midseason change, which they won't,
right?
But like, if they were to, that's the guy I tap. Because here's the thing, I don't think that any big name, like, I don't know, is there anyone else that's going to get fired? You think this year?
In the offseason?
Midseason? I don't think there's anybody left that could make the playoffs. That could get fired.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, I don't know if the Marlins is interesting because apparently
that's the only team.
There's been a little clubhouse rumblings, but they're not close enough for me to.
They're not as far as those weren't words. They're not as far off as you think. They're like, unless I
just got an absolutely not in the chat about Ozzie Guillen, and I just want to say, respect fun. Because I'll be dead honest with you, as a Cardinals fan, do you know what the biggest difference, in my opinion, between last year and this year is? The manager actively makes guys want to have fun.
No, yeah, that's good.
That is a very underrated, like, we've talked about internally here at Diamond Digest, and I don't know how many guys watching have maybe had this conversation with your friends. Or an exercise. I encourage you to have this thought exercise to yourself of what is the single most important job of the manager of a Major League Baseball team. Because every other head coach across the 4 major league sports, they have a very active role in calling plays. And I think from a manager standpoint for baseball, your most important job, it's not to keep everybody happy. It's to make sure that people are having fun.
It's to keep the machine rolling.
Yeah.
I mostly that. And then I think maybe you get the team, the managers are a little more heavily relied on in bullpen decisions and then like construction of the lineup, depending on the team. That's really it, though. Like, I think the Giants, they let Kapler, they leave him to his pitch hitting decisions. And then they also, I think, allow him a little too much leeway with the bullpen. I think Kapler, I am still of the opinion that Kapler is a terrible manager.
Terrible?
I do not like Gabe Kapler. I do not.
I think it's okay for you to dislike Kapler because
maybe not terrible might be too strong of a word. I don't think he's a great manager though. I don't think he's awful. Like, until he starts like being really bad, like I don't think I'm going to do much about it. But
do you think that if Gabe Kapler were managing If Gabe Kapler were managing the Phillies, per se, I don't think that they'd have. I think they'd have a similar record that they do right now.
I agree. I think, yeah.
Like, I don't know if Kapler, so I don't know. I guess it depends on what you want out of a manager, right? Like Mike Schilt as the Cardinals manager was the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals were a true talent 90-win team, and we ended last year with exactly 90 wins. Granted,
it gets them where they're supposed to be.
Granted, it took 17 in a row to get there, but it happened. I think that's why he got fired, because it was like, okay, dude, like, that's great, but
it shouldn't have to take that.
It doesn't take that. I think the reason Ali Marmol gets the job is Ali Marmol's the guy's like this. I think this Cardinals team is, honestly, with the improvements to hitting that we have seen, I think this team is maybe more 93, 94 true talent. And Ali Marmol's job is to get 95, 96, try to do that and try to get there.
Right.
And I think Kapler is maybe more like Schilt, but I don't know, because last year that was not.
Yeah, the thing is, I think no matter what Kapler does, I feel like I'm never gonna like him as much as I need to, because he was after Bochy. Like, no matter what.
That's fair.
Kapler
I
does.
hated Matheny.
Yeah,
but Matheny was also bad at his job. Okay, that might actually be a very fair comp that we're making right now.
No,
because Mike Matheny's first 3 years as Cardinals manager was NLCS, World Series, NLCS, and then the 3 years after was NLDS, no playoff, no playoff.
Yeah, like,
okay. I see that.
I see the vision.
See, that's guy I like on Guy on Like Crime, because I love Josh Harrison.
Yeah, but I miss all of Giants Twitter misses Mauricio Dubon so much, just because, like, kind of going back to this conversation about, like, just guys having fun. Mm-hmm. Dubon's just happy to be there.
Yes, dude.
Sure, he's hitting 214, but, like, he's so excited just to be in the major leagues.
God, is it 1,000 degrees in Houston? Josh Harrison is sweating buckets.
I don't know. Look at the Dubon narrowly avoiding that tag.
Oh, I know, dude. The lace is like, that was not.
But no, there's. I know we talked about this last week a little bit. Like Francisco Lindor's Mr. Smile. Mauricio Dubon's probably got one of the better smiles in Major League Baseball as well.
I could buy it.
Because he's just so happy to be there every time, every day. It's amazing. That's why Giants Twitter misses him so much.
Do we know who's mic'd up tonight?
Yes, actually.
Who is it?
It's the worst man on this team, Jose Altuve.
First of all, come on, like Yuli Gurriel is still.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I thought he left. I thought he left for some reason.
If we're talking guys I dislike,
yeah, there's a lot of Astros I do not like. Actually, no, there's like two. Actually, that was a lie.
I don't know. I like Jordan. I don't know. I don't
like Altuve or Gurriel. That's really it.
See, we're short guys, man. Where's this Altuve slander coming from?
It's him just kind of being like, when the whole cheating thing happened, he's like, yeah, we did it, suck it up. That whole attitude he had about it, I didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, take it from an organization that got another slap on the wrist for cheating. I don't know. Suck it up. It happened. I don't know. Like,
no, it was his specific attitude towards it. A lot of other guys were like yeah, like they were kind of, at least pretending to be like. Mm-hmm. He did not even for a second.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't know. I think his attitude
he might have gotten
really
rung
bad.
up. Huh? We don't get to see Mr. Altuve get his AB here because our boy Mauricio Dubon just got hosed.
Rep Doobie.
That was a great throw and tag, though, I will say.
That is a really good. And Doobie's fast too, is the thing. Like, he's not.
I know, that's what I said. That throw was on a rail.
Yeah, paying him under it might have been Bregman more than I think. I don't like Altuve either way.
I don't know. I
don't like Bregman much either. Honestly.
I usually end up liking guys that the league kind of widely hates, only because I'm like, I don't know, like Like I like Manny Machado. I like Manny Machado, the player. Like
I
he
hate
just-
Manny Machado.
like when he plays for a divisional rival. So like that's totally.
I
fair.
haven't liked that. No, that's fair. I guess I didn't like. I was gonna say in the Dodgers, but like
Right, yeah. Like
I just
he
think
is
he's kind of like
two of the 3 teams he's played for. You're like
Yeah.
very, very justified to not like.
Well, here's the thing. I like the Padres. Padres are fun. I don't actively. I mean, I don't like that they are like doing so well, but I enjoy watching that team play baseball. I straight up just don't enjoy watching the Dodgers play baseball.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't like it either. It's awful.
But I do enjoy watching the Padres. The Padres
Yeah,
are
I mean,
a fun team with fun
Cronenworth-
guys. The Dodgers are the worst, and I hate them all.
Are there any Dodgers I active? I mean, I like Mook. I like
I
Mookie Betts a lot.
I really like Mookie Betts. Yes.
Outside of Mook, I don't think there's anybody else I like enjoy watching play.
Peyton, we just don't mention that name like ever. That's not someone we want to talk about ever.
He's not on the team. He's not on the team. Like, how is that? I won't say his name on air either, but Buddy's not playing ever again. So as far as I'm concerned, he's retired because that suspension at most will get overturned to the point where I think they will cut the number of games that he was, because hypothetically he'd be a suspended free agent for about 60 games into 2024.
Yeah.
I think at most, which would be awesome, is if they compromised and said, okay, we'll reduce the suspension and just got rid of that.
The extra 6.
Like, yeah. So you still don't get to play while you're under contract. So good luck getting signed, pal.
Yeah, but I think I don't know how we got it up here, but like the guy I despise most in Major League Baseball, I think might be Max Muncy. I
Okay.
hate Max Muncy
That's fair.
because he's always just kind of been an asshole to the Giants and Giants fans in general.
Oh, I didn't know
Like,
that.
I mean, not necessarily like fan, like not. I may have phrased that poorly, but like he's just like a guy that's like I get it because he's really buying into the whole rivalry thing, but he's just a dick about it. Like a lot of guys aren't as aggressive as he is about it.
Yeah, that's fair. It's the same reason why I think I had like disdain for Chris Bryant.
No, yeah, I get. Yeah,
But he was like, "Oh, St. Louis is boring," and I'm like, "All right, man, like, sure,
I
dude.
get it.
Like,
But
whatever, bro. Like, if that's what you need, to get going, then sure.
like, okay,
I mean, it's whatever. The Cardinals-Cubs rivalry is a rivalry in name only. I get that it's close record-wise, but like when it counts, it's not. Like,
reasonable.
but yeah, there are guys that just take it too seriously. Rivalries that I don't, which is why I think I have such like a non-hater stance towards the Pirates. Like Starling Marte wasn't getting in post-game interviews being like, "I hate the Cardinals." So like, all right, like we're just out here to have fun, play baseball.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, you want to talk about someone I despise? Actually, unironically, is Andrew Vaughn. Unironically, I
Just
despise Andrew. There's some backstory to this.
Peyton. Wait, I think I can finish this. Hold on. Peyton just being.
And I do like the R-Truth reference. That's a nice drop, Peyton. The truth will set you free. Yeah, so I hate Andrew Vaughn for a couple reasons. The first reason that I dislike Andrew Vaughn is I like the pick.
Sucks.
Yeah, well, there. Look at that. Look at that routine F8 bum. Warning track power. When the White Sox drafted him, I was like, this is a really smart pick because Jose Abreu's having a really good year. They should trade Jose Abreu this offseason, cash in with a bunch of prospects, and then Andrew Vaughn will just be ready to go for 2021. I'm like, perfect. Great job, White Sox. So smart of you, front office. I should have done. I should have known the White Sox front office was not that smart. And all of my friends and a lot of White Sox Twitter, you can't trade Jose Abreu. He's the life force of this team. And I'm like,
Tim Anderson's the life force.
I was like, personally, I think it's Tim Anderson, but
because it is.
It's exactly because it is.
this year, I think we talked about this recently. We'll kind of circle back to this. Lance Lynn, I think, is a lot more important to this team than people realized.
Oh my God, yeah, he's so good. Shout out Lance Lynn, that's the king right there. So at first I was like an Andrew Vaughn defender almost. I wasn't like defending the pick because like when you pick top 3, no one, like whenever I get, so it's always funny when fans are like, well, whenever we have really high picks, we draft well, and I'm like, ooh, so you're bad, and then you get to draft players that are supposed to be good.
When your player pool is all of them,
yeah, really, that's fascinating, guys. That's a sign of a healthy front office. And then it got to the point where it was like he debuts in 2021, and he is a slightly above average league hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was good, I guess, but he's a horrible defender.
Oh yeah,
horrible.
Like they stick him in the outfield.
Unwatchable. So then it got to the point where I was like telling my friends, I'm like, you guys need to play him at first base, and you need to DH Abreu or still trade him because that's okay because he's still kind of good right now.
You'll still get
value because you can't have Eloy Jimenez in left field either because he's going to get hurt again. And lo and behold, everything I said came true. However, there's another component to this in that I am still a Jared Kelenic believer. And in my fantasy league, I got offered a trade when Kelenic was struggling at the beginning. I was like, fuck no, I'm not going to trade Kelenic for Vaughn because Vaughn is a positionless, horrible defender who can't do anything. And then that's what Jared Kelenic has been. So,
well, he plays a good outfield, doesn't he?
It was good this year when he was in the major league level. Yeah. But he played a not great outfield his rookie year, but I was like, well, when you're struggling everywhere, I get it. Yeah. But he worked on the defense. I don't know. I think baseball has been really what used to make baseball so bulletproof for me in terms of fans holding manageable expectations was the fact that, like, unlike the NBA or the NHL or the NFL, like there is not there and there shouldn't be, and I think that they're unfairly it's trending towards it has to be. You should not expect immediate production, even from top prospects.
No, yeah, that's the one thing that's always made baseball its own thing. Like, guys need time to adjust.
Dylan Carlson hit 200 in 2020 as a rookie and did not look good. And he was the number 13 prospect when he got called up. And then
look at Torque and look at Rutsch. Look at Witt. Exactly. Witt took a while, but Witt's now is smoking the ball. Witt got his adjustment, and now he's playing as he should be, and that's really, really well.
Because it's not a secret in the minor leagues. Anybody that's an elite prospect is gonna mash fastballs in the minor leagues. Yeah, they absolutely. All do. Mm-hmm. The difference is that you need to learn how to hit off-speed pitching. That's the adjustment. Or you're really good at hitting one off-speed pitch, and then they completely stop throwing that one off-speed pitch to you, correct. And you need to then make that adjustment.
Remember when Vladimir got called up? Vlad was awful in his first couple weeks.
Yeah, which is hilarious because he ended the year with like a 110 WRC plus, I think.
Yeah,
and everyone was like, "Is he a letdown?" And I'm like, he could have a 110 for his career, and that's not a letdown. Like,
that's above average.
It's an 800 OPS. That guy will probably fall into a couple All-Star games because he's got enough raw power where, he'll Pete Alonso it and people will think he's better than he is. Like, I'm like, that could have been his ceiling, and that's a successful top prospect.
And the thing is, that's his floor right now, and that's crazy because he's been so much better.
Correct. He's hitting at what his floor is at right now, which is like an 850 OPS.
Yeah.
Like right now. And he's still got, 18, 19 bombs. Like,
we are big Vladdy fans here, in case you guys couldn't tell.
It's it's the first non-Cardinals jersey I have ever purchased or owned in my life. And I will probably get like a Black Adley jersey. Basically, all the guys in my dynasty league that become studs. Because I want to get a Julio Mariners jersey, the mint one.
I want a Julio Mariners jersey just because I want a Julio Mariners jersey.
Yeah, Julio's awesome. Awesome.
I have the same amount of Giants jerseys as I do Mariners jerseys. Fun fact of the day. Yeah.
2?
Yeah,
okay.
2.
I have 3 Cardinals jerseys. People were surprised that I am not a big Like all three of my Cardinals jerseys are majestic. Like
Majestic's so much better. That's why.
the last time I bought a jersey was the first year the Cardinals did the cream St. Louis alternates.
Those are clean. I do like.
That
those
was
a lot.
that was the last time I bought one. I didn't even buy that actually. My Nana got me that for Christmas.
Shout
That
out
should
Carson
show you.
Nana.
Yes, actually shout out Kathy. She's the best.
You know what's funny? Just nothing to do with baseball. So like you, because you call your grandma your Nana. I'm assuming
Yes.
it's Nana.
Yeah.
So I call my
Of course.
grandma my Nana, which is same spelling,
Same
Nana.
spelling.
Yeah, just Nana instead of Nana.
So my parents did is they gave hold on, I got Tim Anderson giving extra life forms to the world, some might say. No, well, you could say that.
That's funny, baby. It's a good joke.
Well, I'm assuming what my parents did is they just told each of my 4 grandparents, like, what do you want to get called and how do you want it to be said? And that's what we'll roll with. Because my great grandmother, who would open this door right now and reprimand me for even calling her that live on air or to anyone, insisted upon being called Gigi Dot because she abhorred being called anyone's great grandma.
It's
So
funny. I love that though.
yes, I'm a big proponent of letting the family pick.
I don't know how it came about in my family because I was, I have 3, 4, 5 older cousins on that side of my family.
All right.
I guess older, 3, 4 cousins and my sister. So like by the time I came about, she was already Nana and my grandpa was Papa. Like, it already was that way. I don't know if they picked or how that went down, but like it's just always how it's been. But what's funny is on my my mom's side, we call my grandparents it's Tata and Tutu. And
I like that.
yeah, that one's because my older sister also there's like 6 grandchildren before me on that side as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it started with my older sister who would call my grandfather Tata. And
Is this pre like speaking? Is this like little kid?
yeah, this is like as a child.
There you go. Okay.
But we all called my grandma, like I call my grandmother, I don't call her Tutu very often, I call her Gemma.
Mm.
I don't know why, and I'm the only one who does that.
You guys are close, man. That's nicknames.
No, yeah. And but my younger sibling decided, because we called our my grandfather on that side Tata, that why do we not call my grandma on that side something similar? So she starts saying Tutu, and then now all my younger cousins, that's who they are. It's Tata and Tutu now, which is kind of funny because it's kind of both on both sides. It's like the same, like Nana Papa Tata Tutu. It's just how it is, and it's kind of cool how it kind of wrapped itself together like that. But
sorry, Peyton and chat real quick. Wait a second. When you have an 80 hit grade, are expected to be next up and get top 10 third baseman votes before you play a major league game. Ain't no way you could be satisfied with a 110 WRC plus for a career. Vlad is a unique example because his dad is a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer.
it's true.
I would challenge anyone watching to think about their team's current number 1 prospect. Now I want you to think about them. And what if I
is
told
their
you,
father a Hall of Fame baseball player?
Well, yeah, I think the answer is no for every team presently.
Except, well, wait until after the draft. And then Andrew Jones probably.
Andrew Jones should be a Hall of Famer. Diamond Digest Hall of Famer, by the way. Should be a Hall of Famer. Contact your local representative for the National Baseball Hall of Fame, and you tell them to vote yes on Andrew Jones.
Not sponsored or willing to be Andrew Jones.
Not sponsored by yeah.
Straight
Drew
up.
Jones, hit me up too, brother. Like,
yeah, Drew Jones will sponsor you. I don't have much to give you. We can give you a shirt or something.
Yeah, I'll give him a shirt. If I told you, so let's say you're a fan of, I'll just make it up. It's an expansion team, and your top prospect, Scott Bentley. All right, he's a catcher. Okay. If I told you that your top prospect, Scott Bentley, he's going to play for your team for 10 to 12 years, a career 110 WRC plus. During his peak, maybe he's got a couple 120, 125 seasons, makes a 2-3 all-star games, and he was your number 1 prospect organization. No one in their right mind says no to that.
Yeah, you take that, especially as a catcher.
If he was expected to be a 140 peak and he only peaks at like, oh well, dude. Like,
doesn't always have, not everyone can be a 140 WRC.
Baseball is unique in that sense that sometimes a top prospect, that's what they are for their career. They're going to make a couple All-Star games, and that's good. That's an objectively good career.
Most guys don't make an All-Star game.
Correct. Yes, and even fewer make more than one.
Exactly. So, like, actually, I'm sure this is Googleable. I want to see how many.
Google the percentage of guys that crack. If it's possible to do this math, I don't know if it is for you. If it's possible to do guys that made MLB Pipeline top 100 that have made an All-Star game, like.
If you can give me the numbers, I can probably figure it out.
I'm trying to think. Do you want to just go like? Let's just go like last. You want to give like a? We're gonna give like a 5-year window. Let's do like MLB Pipeline. I'm just gonna pull up top 100 from 2012, and we're just gonna like. I'll name the guys that made an All-Star game.
Sure, we can do that. I'm looking up how many MLB players have made multiple All-Star games, and just kind of like. I want to know in like history.
I would venture to guess it's under 1,000.
Probably. Well, when did the All-Star game get introduced? That was also
1930-ish.
1930. So
ish.
Yeah, like if we say use like 1930 because it's a round number, so it's what 92 years.
Yeah.
You're only having what? Roughly 30 guys a year.
Remember they used to have 2 a year for a few years, so that's why
That's fair. Okay, you're right.
That's why I boosted it a little bit higher in my overall number. Okay,
that's true.
2012 top 100. All right, guys that have made an All-Star game. Oh my God, this is an insane knowledge drop that I have. Not insane knowledge drop. I take that back. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but like a hilarious pull because I don't think that people would realize this. Guys from 2012, the obvious ones: Harper, Trout. How about Shelby Miller, by the way, on that list?
Shout out Shelby Miller. I believe a current Giant in the organization, not in the major league level.
Listed with the Giants presently.
Yeah.
Machado has made an All-Star game.
Am I supposed to be keeping track of how many guys it says? Because I'm not.
No, I just want to like prove a point that like we're gonna name maybe 10 guys.
Right.
Guy that I would push off a cliff. Garrett Cole. Those are 2 separate names, by the way. I just traded for Garrett Cole in fantasy, so actually Garrett Cole get more spider tech and stay healthy. Let's see here.
Get more spider tech.
Does Will Myers have an All-Star selection? I swear he does.
I believe he does. I'll look it up.
With Tampa, perhaps.
I believe so. Will Myers also spelled with 1 L, I believe, right?
Correct. Or maybe with the Padres. Like, he had 1 year where he had, like, 30 bombs.
Will Myers, 1-time All-Star.
Boom.
With the San Diego Padres in 2016.
Nolan Arenado. Rendon. Wheeler. Jesus Christ, this list is stacked. Carlos Martinez. Lindor. Yelich. Rizzo. Harvey.
This is a stacked list. My God.
Castellanos. Gary Sanchez. Ajin Segura. Xavier Baez. Andrelton Simmons. Yaz. Josh Bell. Eovaldi. Chris Archer, I believe. Am I wrong on that?
I believe Archer has one. Let me double check.
It would shock me if he didn't.
2-time All-Star.
There we go.
2015 with the Rays and then 2017 with the Rays.
Xander, Paxton, Springer, Sonny Gray.
Why is this list absolutely loaded?
Noah. Even though that's what we got maybe 25 names.
I feel like that's even too much. I think it was more like 20.
Okay, yeah. So 20% of what was considered the 100 best players of the next generation. 20% of that list.
10 years ago.
And 2012 is widely considered one of the best like prospect classes because the next year I will exclude anyone that I've already named from this list. Jose Fernandez.
Yep.
Buxton this year? Question mark.
Byron Buxton has hit 8 home runs so far in June, dude. It is the 19th.
Is he gonna get the votes?
I hope he does. Buxton.
I don't know if he'll get a start vote, but
I believe Buxton, if he remains healthy for the rest, Buxton's got 2.3 B WAR so far this year.
That is me pounding on wood for that. Byron,
Buxton,
please.
wait, do you want to hear Buxton's current stats just real quick?
Yeah, run me the line.
On the year?
I know he was slumping overall. Like I'm like batting average doesn't matter, but I know his like BA was a little low. But I'm like, is he only hitting home runs this month? Like it felt like it was it.
Buxton in 49 games. This is on just I don't know if this is updated for today or not. Over 209 play appearances. He's got 43 hits, 19 home runs, 33 RBIs, 17 walks. It's pretty good. Only one stolen base, hitting 231, 311 OBP, 586 slugging, 897 OPS, a 155 OPS plus.
That is what we thought.
2.3 B WAR.
That was what we thought Joey Gallo was going to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at his Savant page to see if it's fun.
So I'm scrolling down the list here. Like I mentioned,
there's also a Byron Buxton stand page, by the way.
Kevin Gausman, I think Soler has an all-star.
Why did you say his name like that? Kevin Gausman? Like yeah, what, sir?
That was a reference for one person and one person only. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm lobbing a little. Max Fried, has he made an all-star yet?
I believe so. Let me double check though.
Who's Hak Ju Lee? In the Giant system.
One more time.
Baseball reference. Hak Ju Lee, HAK-JULEE. He's 31 now.
I couldn't tell. Max Fried has not made an all-star game.
He spent 3 years as a top 100 prospect.
Like he was in like I don't know.
2011, 2012, and 2013.
Yeah, I wasn't a big prospect guy back then. I was 11. So 11 to 13.
Bro, he spent 3 years as a top 100 prospect and never even
Did he
made
not crack the majors? Yeah, I'm like, I don't recognize the name, so I don't think he cracked the majors.
He last played.
That's also like the point we're kind of making here, though. Like, you can be a top 100 prospect and do nothing.
He peaked at number 46 or 44 for Baseball America and going into 2012.
So that's the top half.
Like, listen to some of these names at the top, though. Like, I mean, like it's like Taijuan Walker, Billy Hamilton, fun player, but like not an all-star. Danny Holtzen.
Was he not? I thought Billy Hamilton had one.
He made an all-star game?
I could just be remembering
was it the
wrong.
year Cincinnati hosted and he got all those merchant fan home votes?
Oh, nope. I lied. Very wrong. Very, very wrong.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought he had one. Oh, yeah. He was abysmal hitting. Jeez. My God. He finished second rookie of the year. I think that's what I'm thinking of. His rookie year.
What was his OPS plus? You're on BRF, I assume, yeah?
Yeah. On that year or in general?
Rookie of the year.
He was second rookie of the year. An OPS plus of 81.
Okay, I was going to say, I couldn't remember if there was like a year, at least as a rookie, it was like a 98 OPS plus guy where you were
That was the best OPS plus of his career.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. I would say there's definitely a year.
But, unless you count the 13 games he played in 2013, we had a 150 OPS plus. But
I will not count that. Wasn't he on the Cubs in 2020? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, he was. Billy Hamilton, fun player. I don't know why I thought he was.
Oh yeah,
than he was.
Because he's on the highlight reel all the time, so you think he's better than he is.
Speedy guy. He's a fantastic defensive replacement for any team, though.
Correct. Oh, and pinch runner. Let's not sleep on that.
Yeah, Terrence Gore type beat.
Oh, who's he on this year?
Currently, they have him. His pictures with the Mariners.
Oh, looks like they're winning the World Series this year.
Is he with a team right now? Because doesn't it usually say like is it with? Oh, I guess.
Yeah, it should say. So it doesn't say. That means that
he's a free agent.
All right.
As of the first of this month.
St. Louis Cardinals. Do you want to win the World Series this year? Because that brother is a ring magnet. Go get him. Can we also talk about real quick while we're talking about prospects and all that? Something that I think has gotten really lost in, I think baseball fans been a little extra with the Houston Astros hate, is they are an absolute starting pitching factory.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the Giants do a really good job, I think, of like the Giants
finding
are just
guys.
They're thrifters. They are thrifters.
Yes, exactly. They're good at fixing guys after they don't think they can figure it out.
Houston is like that like underground indie show that your friend makes you go to that you're like, I don't know if I want to go to this at all, but you're my friend and I'm going to be nice to you and go.
And then you talk about it.
And then you have a transcendental experience. Yeah. Like that's what it's like. Who is Christian Javier? Like,
I love Christian.
Don't know, but he gets it done.
He's on my fantasy team.
Luis Garcia, we'll just pluck him out of nowhere. He'll shove. Oh, and we have, if Adam Wainwright, could still throw fast, and Justin Verlander's old men absolutely shoving ridiculous hours. I still think he should have re-signed with the Tigers, but
he really should have. How are you not calling that a swing, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Speaking of factories, by the way, Reese McGuire, part of Toronto's catching lab. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think honestly, let's do this real quick, like position by position. I think it gets talked about a lot in football. It's like with
college football, like
colleges.
tight end U.
What teams are? Huh?
Tight end U and O-line U right here.
Definitely tight end U. I don't know enough about O-line, but I know definitely tight end. I agree with
Tristan Wirfs, Tyler Linderbaum. The highest, the Iowa has the single highest paid guard in Brandon Sheriff. He went to Iowa, and probably will have the highest tackle once Wirfs gets his extension.
Fair. And if Linderbaum pans out the way he's supposed to, probably him as
Lamar really likes him. I saw an interview clip. Sorry, a little brief football talk.
Brief football. Gridiron
Lamar. They're talking about like training camp, like mini camp. Lamar was like, "Yeah, I threw a pick," and I was like, just like talking to the receiver, like, "Oh, that's my bad," like da da da. He's like, "I wasn't like running it out." He goes, and then I look, I see Tyler running down the field. He ran and he caught the defensive back. He's like, I ain't never seen a center run like that. He's not a center. And I was like, yes, sir.
I wanted Linderbaum so bad.
Any team should have.
Cowboys.
They did the same thing with Wirfs. They were like, is he actually going to be that good? And then he fell like 10 spots further than he should have. And shocker, he fell to the Bucks. And Tom Brady's like, yeah.
No, Linderbaum.
He's an all-pro.
Linderbaum went, 29?
Late is the answer. He should have gone.
He was
top
available
15.
when the Cowboys picked, and I was upset that we didn't take him.
If the Colts didn't have a Pro Bowl center, I would have wanted him to.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Linderbaum and Zach Martin playing side by side.
Yeah,
you're not getting past.
I mean, you paid Zeke all that money.
I know.
Put a center who's literally like biggest trait is how fantastic of a downfield run blocker he is.
Yeah,
especially with how nice Pollard is too. Like,
I love Tony Pollard, but they drafted a tackle, which is at least they worked in the line. Like,
very true.
But I wanted Linderbaum so bad. Remember, I have a group chat with my mom, my uncle, my cousin, and me that we'll talk football in. And the draft night, I'm like, I want Linderbaum.
You guys all big boys fans?
Yeah, all of us. Like my mom's from Texas, so like.
Yeah, I was assuming. Like, I don't think your mom was a big. I guess she could be a Titans fan because the Oilers, but.
Nah, she's a big Cowboys fan. But that's who I get my love of football from is from my mom. Big Cowboys fan. Has been for a long time.
My family lived in Indianapolis. My family moved to Indianapolis in 1999, the year that the Colts went absolutely nutty. So
that makes sense.
Marvin Harrison as a rook, Peyton Manning in year 2, Edgerrin James. Oh,
yeah. But I remember even the year before, or I remember the year where we got CD. I'm like, I remember texting. I'm like, we should take Lamb here, best available. I'd go insane. Yeah. But I'm like, I wouldn't be mad if we got Trayvon Diggs. That's what I said in the group chat. And we got Diggs in the second, and I was super excited about that. But anyway, enough about football.
enough about that. Let's talk about. Are we doing? I see. We're doing position by position. Who's got the biggest lab?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, catcher. It's Toronto.
Toronto
develops catcher.
They had to trade Reese McGuire away because they still carry 3 on the roster.
And Alejandro Kirk is He should be an all-star this year.
Yeah, at DH, right?
I don't know. He's a good catcher too. Like I don't know.
Yeah. That's the funniest thing ever. First base lab. Dare I say the St. Louis Cardinals? I don't know if he counted as a lab though.
I don't think so.
Because like we did grow Pujols. Matt Adams was really good. I don't know.
I mean, the Giants. I mean, they grew Belt, but that's all we've had.
We got to think about who's grown multiple base
guys. Yeah.
Dare I say the Rockies? Like the Rockies, I mean, it's a little Coors effect, but like CJ Cron is a all-star hitter, and like he went from like a Corey Dickerson career hitter where you're like, oh wow, he somehow has a career OPS over 800. That's kind of shocking, and to like, oh my god, this dude like is fighting. If Paul Goldschmidt was not going ballistic, I'd be voting for CJ Cron to start the All-Star game.
Maybe Arizona. Paul Goldschmidt.
I could see Arizona.
Smith.
Christian Walker.
It might be Arizona. I think it's Arizona.
I think I can agree on Arizona.
Arizona also Chase is also a
Baltimore
with
Chris Davis, Ryan Mountcastle. They also had
plays them first.
Trey Mancini, Mark Trumbo. Like
that's true. I forgot about Trumbo.
I think
it might be Baltimore.
I think Baltimore's got a case. I think Baltimore might have a case.
I think it's honestly probably between Baltimore and Arizona.
Yes.
I think I give the nod to Arizona because of all those players we just listed. The best one is Goldschmidt.
And Goldschmidt also, when we're talking about a lab, what we joked about earlier, it's not just on hitting on a number one pick. Goldschmidt was a 6th round pick.
Yeah, anyone could have had him.
Yeah, Goldschmidt was not a day one pick.
No.
I know that, to put it in football draft terms. I know he wasn't drafted in the first 3 rounds.
I personally, I think I'm giving that nod to Arizona.
I think I'm very okay with that.
Yeah, but Baltimore's definitely honorable mention for sure. Maybe Colorado.
Second base.
Second, I do want to throw San Francisco into that mix. Just because they panicked. They developed Scudero into something that worked really well. They turned around Donnie Barrel's career.
What's our frame of reference for going years wide, may I ask? Tyro went yard today. Love that kid.
Tyro did win yard. I love Tyro.
Oh, Crawford box merchant home run. Who is this dude that just homered for Houston? That's a good-looking man. Wow. Feel free to clip that if you want. That's a good-looking fella, though. That's a good-looking man who just went yard.
It's the center fielder. I don't know how. That's a good-looking guy. The arm sleeve, though?
Yeah. Well, arm sleeve.
Is that his first one? Is that a first career?
First career hit for JJ, guy that would go to high school with me, last name.
95, 343. Majovic?
Yeah, that might work. No disrespect, JJ. You have he's got a great sleeve. That's a great sleeve of ink.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I can't wait until I finish.
Oh, I thought you were commenting on the sleeve because he has the Father's Day sleeve on the other arm.
I was talking about the tattoo sleeve.
Yeah. Both good. Yeah,
both of them are good. I can't wait. I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow. Fun fact of the day.
Are we keeping this? No, don't tell me anything. We'll reveal next week. Is it revealable on camera?
Yeah, it will. It's gonna be on my legs, but it's gonna.
That's fine. Yeah. Just prop up and show off the nice thighs. Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna have to go like this next. Hold on.
For those of you that don't know, Diego's summer job is being the only male model on The Price is Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'll be able to show.
Yeah, you'll get it up. You'll get up there. Second base. I think Colorado's got a shot too, though.
Oh, you might be right.
LeMahieu, DJ, Brandon Rodgers, they just have guys that hit.
Fuentes, I think he started second.
And then moved to third. I feel like they just got some hitters there.
They do. I definitely haven't thrown this up in a while. I mean, probably should do the little score thing.
Little score update, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're talking about the fun stuff here, all right?
We
are about the fun stuff.
No, I think Colorado might be it. I'm trying to
Colorado
think
might be a
of
team
other teams.
Because second base, I mean, at Cincinnati, Brandon Phillips, Jonathan India.
That's true.
Scooter Gennett had that year where he went
Scooter
nuts.
Gennett, he had a couple years. Scooter Gennett was really good.
Like, and Brandon Drury's when India went down, Brandon Drury's hitting like an all-star.
True. It might.
I think Cincinnati, I think, has a seat at this table.
Yeah, Cincinnati, Colorado, 100%. I can't really think of other teams off the top of my head.
Yeah, like
may I throw out? I was gonna say Miami. You got D. Gordon started in Miami, correct?
Yeah, D. Jazz. That's
Jazz. No, Rojas wasn't there. He didn't start there. He just plays third.
I think they get a finalist, but I'm not giving them a winner.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely giving them because if we want to do that as well, I'm going to give the Cardinals a finalist just because Colton Wong, Matt Carpenter, Nolan Gorman, like Tommy Edman.
Those are good names.
Like,
for sure.
I think the Cardinals are in the conversation, but Edman's moved to shortstop and Gorman just hasn't played enough for me to go
declare it.
I don't want to declare it yet. So
I think it might be. I think it's definitely between Colorado and Cincinnati.
Colorado doesn't have a lot to get excited for this year. I'm gonna give it to Colorado on this one.
I think so too. I think I'd be very comfortable giving it because again, of all those players that were listed, I think LeMahieu's the one doing the most, at least currently. Granted, Phillips is retired, but
I'm gonna start off shortstop with a team that you may not have thought of, but I think is very. You might be a little surprised here. I'm gonna go the Atlanta Braves for shortstop.
Dansby,
Rafael Furcal, Andrelton Simmons. There's some names there. There's some names in Atlanta.
There's some guys for sure.
That I think is a pretty solid shout for shortstop because.
I mean, who else really? Like.
I mean, yeah, right? Like.
The Giants produced Brandon Crawford and haven't needed anyone else.
But that's the thing, right? Like the Giants suffer from success because they have one guy that's been really good. That's been really good at it. So it's like, yes, you're good at it, but like you haven't had to worry about it.
No, exactly.
I mean,
I can't think of another team.
I don't think there's any. I think the Braves are the answer here.
I think you're right. I think it's the Braves, Atlanta.
Third base. Oakland. Donaldson, Chapman.
The guy they have there now is also pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like
I don't remember his name. I think it's a very generic white guy name.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, see, exactly. But he's also been pretty good, if I remember correctly.
Or is it Seth Brown?
Seth Brown.
Those are both guys on the A's.
Seth Brown plays first.
I think Oakland might be the answer for that. Like, think about who has got a superstar third base. Like,
I thought Cleveland for a second, but that's J-Ram and who else?
Who played third? Like, because that was like Juan Uribe before, but I can't think of like a third baseman. Who's it there? I mean, Angels had Troy Glaus, but then like they signed Rendon, they traded for Freese. Like, I'm not.
No. I mean, Tampa.
Longo, Wander.
Wander plays short though. Or no, does he play third?
I think he plays a little bit of both.
Yeah, because they also have Brujan and
Brujan and Walls and Lau.
Yeah, Walls
like
it's
G-Man Choi, shout out. Love G-Man Choi at first. He is okay. There was an article that was felt a little disrespectful because it was like an insane but justifiable all-star ballot. And G-Man Choi in that article, that brother's got like an 850 OPS this year.
No, G-Man Choi's hitting, dude.
That's not an insane ballot. That's just like if you like the guy and you want to cast that vote, like
no one's gonna say that's weird. I was like, that makes sense. That's a solid vote.
Because I submit 2 ballots a week.
I submit 1 ballot that's all Giants.
I submit 3 ballots a week. Yeah, I submit 3 a week.
Yeah. And then like a more serious ballot. It's kind of more fluid.
It's all Cardinals.
Of course. Gotta have
who I want to watch play in the All-Star game. So like for me, that's I'll use the American League because that's like easier. The American League, it's like Adley, Vlad, Julio, Bobby Witt, like guys that I want to watch on my television.
All the young guys, pretty much.
Yeah, but like Trout, I still vote for Trout on that.
Yeah.
Yes, I still vote for Trout on that list, but it's like, who do I want to like watch who do I think deserves to be put on a national spotlight to go, you need to spend 3 hours to watch this guy play a game.
Yeah.
And then I have my third ballot where I'm 95% honest with myself, but I hope Manny Machado's okay. But now that he's injured, I was still voting for Arenado over Machado because, I don't know, defense matters. I know it's the All-Star game, but like
Machado's also a really good defender too. Like,
yes,
he's just not Nolan Arenado. Like,
exactly.
We can't dismiss Machado's defense. He's also probably the second or third best defender at third. It's just Nolan Arenado.
I give him third, right?
Like that's the thing. Arenado's been the clear-cut one for the last 9-10 years at third base. That's not. Yeah. That's not an arguable thing. Like that's a fact.
Can I ask you something? Because I'm gonna give an insane number, so I really want you to go first.
Okay.
How many guys on your team do you think legitimately deserve to be in the All-Star game? Or like
3?
Three? Okay.
Not even. Wait, hold on. Because here's the thing. Okay, the Giants thing is they are a team made up of not any real superpower. Like they're a team made up of a bunch of guys who come in and get the work done, and they have their 10 games over 500.
Right.
The guys getting votes for the Giants right now.
Sorry, guy almost got hit in the head. But he didn't get hit though.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's why it was more of a don't get hit.
Oh, there we go.
You see. Yeah.
You got it.
So 3, okay.
The guys getting votes right now are Jock Pearson, Mike Yastrzemski, and then a little bit. I've seen a couple of Tyros here and there. I think it's justifiable based on how you vote. He's a very if you like average, Tyro's your guy. But Luis Gonzalez is the other one I've been really seeing.
Tyro is if your grandfather's a Giants fan, Tyro Estrada is one of his top 2 players, and it's probably not number 2. Because he's also stealing bases this year, which he never did in the minors. So
no, I love Tyro.
I get it. He's fun to watch.
But really, Giants, one of the 3 Giants outfielders is going to make it. It's going to be Jock Yes or Luis Gonzalez, who's been absolutely scorching hot since he has been up. Of all those guys, I think the only one that I want is Yaz. I like Jock a lot. Jock is not an all-star.
Oh my God, how did we not realize this? That homer, you're about to see the graphic. That's the second player today with his first career hit being a homer. Because in Miami, that guy hit that grand slam. That was his first career hit too. That is very fun.
That's cool. That's a cool thing.
Oh, speaking of
baseball's cool.
Warning track power. Loser. No disrespect to you, Giovanna, as a person. So my answer is
I was gonna say you're gonna say 9.
Is 6.
That's ridiculous. That's absurd.
Okay, are you ready?
Goldschmidt, Arenado, easy for sure.
There's another very easy name too.
If you say Yadier Molina, I'm gonna.
No, God, no. Tommy Edman,
okay,
dude.
Good. I'm not familiar enough with Edman.
He has doing. 4 B WAR on the season already.
Okay, then Edman. Yeah.
He is second in the majors in WAR behind Devers.
Okay, so Edman
to me he is, and he's at shortstop, and in my opinion, no National League shortstop is wowing hitting wise, and Edman has been a plus defender with a 800-ish over 800-ish OPS.
That's solid.
And he's leading the league in stolen bases.
Okay, that's fair. Are you gonna throw out Bader?
Oh God, no. We're done with the position players.
Okay, yeah. See, I don't think about pitchers. I don't really consider pitch because
I don't know
we don't
how
get a vote on
you
pitchers.
are. I go to Fangraphs, go to Biz Reference. I want you to look at Ryan Helsley's stats this year.
I think I've seen these. I think they are.
He has been the best reliever in baseball. I will stand by that tape. I get it. He won't get it because he's not on a bad team, but
yeah,
he should make the All-Star game. Look at those numbers, dude. That's nutty.
.36 ERA, 1.4 WAR. Only 25 innings pitched.
As a reliever.
I guess we're not that far into the season, huh?
Yeah, it's June. He's got
Like-
25 innings, man.
Well, I mean, yeah, like that's actually a lot. I forgot what time of the year it was.
Yeah, dude, he has been used. His usage has been rather high.
There's no way this ERA plus is correct.
It is. It's real. How is
1,088 ERA plus?
Yeah. Like
what? I refuse to believe that's real.
So I think you can agree of those other three guys I mentioned, Helsley should be a no-brainer all-star. Look at that.
118 FIP.
Like, how do you look at that and go, that's not an all-star? There's no way.
No, that's reasonable. He's not your closer either?
Yes and no.
He looks like a pseudo closer.
He and Gio are yes. It's one of those two that go in the 8th or the 9th. Depends on matchups, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's like the Giants use Doval and McGee.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Okay.
Gio's also more of a like contact guy, but so like when it's guys that are more susceptible to hitting into contact, we normally run Gio out there. So
Fair enough. Makes sense.
Why would you dive on that with Lou Bob running? That's a terrible play. You're about to watch this. I mean, like you're just guaranteed to give up a double instead of a single. That's bad. That's a bad idea.
It looked like he was kind of losing his balance.
Okay, well then
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't he was not going to be standing at all.
Now here is where we're at 4, and I think 4 to me those are 4 no-brainers. Like I really do.
I can't get over this 1,088 ERA plus.
It's insane how good he is. Like it's ridiculous. Every game he comes in, it's like, oh, he just pitched an inning and struck out 2 guys. Cool.
It's funny because we're talking about this and watch next appearance he's going to give up 2 runs.
Of course, that's how baseball works naturally.
Yeah.
But here's where I think I have to do a little bit of arguing.
Okay.
And this is where we have passed. I think those 4, in my opinion,
easy
are easy. Like not even as a Cardinals fan, as a baseball fan, objectively, you look at the numbers.
Arenado and Goldschmidt are easily going in. Edmonds should, if those are the numbers that he's putting up. Yeah.
Yes. And again, with Machado going down, Arenado starting the All-Star game just kind of got a little bit locked in.
Fair.
This is where I have to do. Not arguing. I think
Miles Michaelis. Right?
I think Miles Michaelis deserves all-star consideration.
Let me look at his numbers real quick because I feel like he's been good, but I could be.
Obviously he went a strike away from a no-hitter his last start.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades though.
Correct. I just mean I'm talking in the sense of recency bias could be getting to you, but I encourage you look at the whole season numbers.
His nick. Does anyone call him Lizard King?
Do you know why his nickname is the Lizard King?
No, but I would like to know.
When he was in spring training with the Rangers, he caught a lizard in the dugout with his bare hands. And his teammates, this is on video, you can go to YouTube and watch it if you'd like, said, "You won't eat it." And Miles Michaelis ate a live lizard. And that is why his nickname is the Lizard King. So look at his season numbers, though. 2.6 ERA.
I don't know how I feel about that.
The sub-1 whip. A FIP of 3.37.
Do you just know all these numbers off the top of your head, or are you reading them?
I have Baseball Reference open.
Okay, I was like, do you just know this?
He's got a 1.48 ERA plus. So
yeah, no, he's had a good season so far.
I'm not gonna argue Miles Michaelis it's balderdash if he doesn't make the All-Star game because pitching
he deserves to be looked at.
There's great pitching all over the place, but I think he is having whether he makes it or not. This so far he'll make some all-star caliber
if he doesn't make it in.
I agree. I think that honestly, I think he might make a lot of snubs lists just because it's easy to get kind of lost in that jumble of starting pitchers that are worthy.
Yeah.
And pitching also gets a lot harder because it's super easy to reward bad teams with
here's a reliever.
Here's a reliever, Tyler Kinley, even though he's out for the year. But Tyler Kinley, he's having a decent year out of the pen for Colorado.
The sentiment, yeah. Tyler Kinley would have been an all-star if he wouldn't got hurt straight up. Like
correct. He was
man,
having
insane.
a phenomenal season.
Yeah.
And Diego spoiled it a little bit. The only soapboxing I have to do. Look at the numbers. Go look at his numbers. And
I don't
Diego,
want to.
here's why I say this, okay? Here's why I say he deserves to be an all-star this year, okay? 2020, he pitched like an all-star. There was no all-star game. 2021. 2021, he pitched like an all-star. Didn't make the all-star game. 2022, he's pitching like an all-star. Sometimes sometimes you need to admit, hey, we probably should have had this guy be an all-star the last couple of years, and he 1 year couldn't be and 1 year wasn't. And he's pitching like an all-star.
They'll give it to him because it's his last year.
Allegedly last year. He's made
it's going to be his last year, Carson. Come on.
I know. Let me
I'll let you be like, yeah, but they'll give it to him based on that. Let me
cope for now. But to me though,
he's not undeserving.
Thank you. This is not just it's your last year all-star.
It's not a Derek Jeter situation.
Yes, well, and speaking of, that was such a good interview. That got brought up recently in our chat at Diamond Digest. It was like, remember when Adam Wainwright just basically literally admitted during the All-Star game he cooked Jeter a changeup down the middle? And I was like, yeah, because it looked like it when he threw him the pitch.
Yeah.
He threw him an 80-mile-an-hour changeup right down the middle.
I respect it.
And was laughing on the mound after it happened. I'm like, clearly.
I respect it.
Oh, so do I, of course. So
no,
that is why.
I won't be super upset if they give it to Wainwright based on it's the last year.
That's my
point. He's only a 3-time All-Star?
Yes, you see why I'm saying he's earned it? Because 2021 he was an All-Star. 2020 he was an All-Star. It's like this guy's had such an amazing career, and you look at his numbers, like how did he not make the All-Star team this year? How did he not make the All-Star game this year? Sometimes
shout out to the Silver Slugger, though.
Correct. Sometimes you need to make up for past transgressions, and I think that this is a year that make up for a past transgression. The guy's got a 3 ERA and like a 3.4 FIP. Like it's not,
it's not all defense.
I'm not telling you to go vote for Dakota Hudson to make the All-Star game because that is a fraud ERA. But Adam has come by it honestly, and I think he deserves it.
That's fair. I think pitching wise, I didn't really give much thought to our pitching.
I would like to see Doval.
Doval's not been super good this year.
I know, but I like the way he pitches. Same with Rogers. Sometimes you just like the way they throw a baseball, and it's like
that's fair. I get that. Rogers should have been an All-Star last year, not this year, but like last year, Rogers should have been an All-Star.
I agree. Sometimes the that boy nice meter just kicks in a little bit.
That boy nice.
Because that's what Tommy Edman is. I mean, he also is, like I said, has 4 B WAR, which is just ridiculous.
No, yeah, that's fair.
We joked like 2 weeks into the season. Scott was like, isn't he on pace for like an 11 WAR season? And I was like, yeah, wouldn't that be funny? And he's on pace for 9.5 in mid-June.
Yeah, so no, but pitching wise, Rodon should be in.
I agree.
Rodon's been insane. Yeah. And then you might get. You're probably not getting a reliever from the Giants, but if you are, I'd say Harlan Garcia.
Who wrote that really nice article about him?
Jay, I believe.
Yeah, that was a great read.
But I don't know how. I don't know how to actually what his actual name is. I've only seen it written, but I'm not sure if it's actually what his name is. But either way,
yeah. It's all right. I mean, I don't think John Principe's real name is John Principe Canadian flag emoji, but that's how it shows up when you.
My real name's not Diego Math Guru. Parentheses Izzy / Avery Stan.
It could be.
Could be. Never know.
Peyton Chow, quick. I went from cooking Carson in fantasy to getting absolutely cooked by Carson. And I said, yeah, it's because my team's a lot better than yours, dude. Like, no disrespect.
What are you? What rank are you in DD fantasy?
3rd or 4th?
No, because I'm 5th. I'm up there now.
Yeah.
I started off pretty rough, but I've played a really good waiver wire.
I was in like 2nd, and then I had like 1 week where I lost like 8-1.
No, I was in like 11th, and now I'm in 5th.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing when you go up against everybody every week. Like, it just,
I also missed the draft, if you remember correctly.
I do remember that. Yes, that was very funny. I mean, it happens. It happens.
But I've made it up. I've got a lot of those guys that weren't really good at the beginning of the year, but like who are mashing. Brandon Drury, mashing on my team. Yepes, I have currently on my team.
Oh, did you watch that home run? You would have no reason to watch that highlight.
I was also at work, but
Go to the Cardinals Twitter after this and just scroll to the Yepa. It like
I'll play it real quick.
the highlight. It's like 3 seconds into the clip. The ball has hit the advertisement top left Fenway, like up on the monster, like 3 seconds in. I swear I thought it was 120 exit velo ball. I can't believe it was like 110.
His Twitter is at Little One.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the
that's a
caption
laser. My God.
Right? That looks like a Stanton bomb, doesn't it?
That's how fast was that ball hit? Do you know?
I think it was like 110. Like it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, but it looks a lot harder. That's for sure.
It sure looks like it's one of the hardest home runs I've ever seen. But
yeah, that's insane, dude. Oh, you also want to know? I've only made one trade in DD Fantasy this year, but I traded away Robbie Ray.
Interesting.
For Jared Walsh and Eugenio Suarez.
I would say Ray did shove his last start.
He did, but like I needed position players badly.
That's been working out. Oh my God. I forgot that it's not just savant.com and I just got taken to what looks like a mattress website. If you just go to savant.com.
You want a little mattress here and there? A little mattress action?
Speaking of a little mattress action, that ball is taken all the way home by Mauricio Dubon.
Love Mauricio Dubon, man. So good.
I am calling.
Shout out Doobie.
Feel free to clip that. I would like that. I am gonna vote that is Diego's home run call.
Speaking of mattress action,
no, just a little mattress action. That's a great home run call.
Well, the thing is, like my home run call has been generally the same. That's 100 off the bat, though. Because Scott has swing and a drive, and mine's been there it goes. It's just like there it goes has been my kind of call. But I don't know how to set one, but that's kind of generally what I say.
I think you got to start to rotate mattress action in because that
mattress action.
Sorry, let me look at this Juan Yepes. I'm trying to get that exit.
Oh, wait, we're on. I forgot we were on. What's it called? Stream here, so I can do this real quick. And Scott's not here.
Oh!
There he goes! There he goes!
Swing and a drive!
Kevin Kiermaier.
That's where I did the gut. There it goes.
You know what your home run call needs to be?
Kevin matches action. Kevin Kiermaier. I still have no idea why Kevin Kiermaier is the end of that clip still, but
that home run for Yepes was 114. But that
okay, so a little bit harder than you like. Your standard one.
I thought that was like it looked 120. Like
no,
it really
did 100%. Here, I bet you if I go on Twitter right now, I'm gonna see Doobie at least like 5 or 6 times. Like, okay, let's see how many tweets it's gonna take. Let me refresh Twitter. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't refresh her enough. Hold on. These are all from several hours ago. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, maybe not. Maybe they haven't seen it yet.
What I just dropped there on the ground.
Something, probably.
Apparently. A pen cap is what it was.
But shout out Mauricio Dubon. Let him go.
A little mattress action from
Mauricio Dubon.
God. All right, here's the thing. This will be a good test to see if Scott or Rudy watched the replay.
There it is. Found it. There's the first one.
There you go. That can be for us. All right. It's mattress action. If it's a guy you and I like, there we go. We'll keep
mattress action.
If it's a guy you and I like, then that's our.
That's fair.
You're not sponsored.
But willing to be.
Willing to be
any mattress website.
Not any.
Savant. Is that what it was?
I don't even know. What's the Casper? There it is.
What?
Casper, that's a mattress company.
I did not know that.
It's one of those ones you can order and they like deliver it to your house and then you just like unroll and it like
purple.
Unrolls. Yes, like purple. That's what I had in my head and then a couple of mattress action.
I could use a new mattress. The mattress I use now, I got from one of my roommates' parents who had an extra mattress laying around.
There you go. So that's what it takes, man. I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I don't think I've bought. I'm hoping I won't have to buy a new mattress for myself until I'm like 30. That's the goal.
I mean, I'd like to get rid of this one at some point in the next couple of years. I'd like a bigger mattress. Like it's a twin mattress. I'm 22 years old.
Hey, bro,
like it a little
my
bit.
college apartment is literally too small. That's why I rock the Twin XL here. But I got a queen when I move to like my adult apartment waiting for me. So
Dude, see, that's what I'm waiting for, dude. When I move out of here, when I eventually move to hopefully Washington, that's what I want.
also, real quick, I'll give a brief. I'll get on my soapbox real quick.
For mattress action.
Um, there's a negative perception about having a twin XL mattress. I'm not gonna apologize that I'm an appropriately sized human being, and that's all I need. That's your own.
Same. Also,
You should have stopped growing. What, you
yeah,
freaking oak
like,
tree? That's not my problem.
I'm just fine for this. I would just kind of
Exactly.
I think more space would be nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To sprawl out is.
I'm not uncomfortable on this mattress by any means.
Payne putting this get a little zesty in the chat. Hey, man.
Also, I do want to just mention. So they threw up a graphic a minute ago because they're talking to the kid who caught JJ. I forgot his last name.
Yeah, we can call him
JJ. Let's call him JJ.
We're on a first name basis with JJ.
Yeah,
He's our boy.
He caught his home run ball and the trade to get it back. It was six tickets to a game, 6 field passes. I'm guessing that's like just for him and his family. And an autographed Jose Altuve baseball.
Do you think he negotiated that? Actually, let me ask you this. Sorry, was there something else coming after?
Well, that was it. But I'm like, that's kind of funny. Like, yeah, I'd like an autograph of somebody else.
It's the negotiation. I was gonna say. So you've caught. Does Joey Bart have his first career home run? I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Yes, he's hit like 4.
Okay, I just knew he'd been struggling.
Yeah, Joey Bart, fantastic defensive catcher. Just saying.
You've caught Marco Luciano's first career home run. What is your what do you negotiate for? Like, what's your like? What would you say yes to? Because I have my answer. Like, if I caught Jordan Walker's first career home run, I know exactly what I would ask for.
Straight up, I don't want to be like super greedy with it. I would think just I really thought about this. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
And I don't know why I thought like auto bat was like a one.
Because you can't buy a bat as a souvenir like during the game and stuff anymore. Exactly. All right, fair.
So I think an auto bat would be cool, and then just maybe it's like field passes in like another game. Like I think that's all I'd ask for.
I have my answer. I'd be a little bit more greedy.
See, I don't want to be greedy about it. That's the thing. Like, maybe like a photo, maybe like just some pictures and stuff. And that's really it.
I would do. I have two. I only have 2 requests.
Request one was like $17,000.
I'd like to hit cleanup. No. Unretire number 5. I get to wear it.
For one game, hit me second.
For one game. No, I agree. I want a picture. I would also
the
like
entire
a picture.
ballpark for a day at Peyton. That'd be pretty sick.
And I want 2 season tickets. They don't have to be good seats.
No, yeah, season tickets. I think
2 season tickets to next season, and you can shove me second deck, like no third deck. They've been my only rule. You can shove me second deck, like in the seats that sell for like $15. Like, give me that, but 2 seats and season tickets to next season. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else. A picture and some tickets.
That's fair. I thought first, like I said, I hadn't thought about this before. Like that's I have never put that much thought into this. But like season tickets did cross my mind for a second. But the thing is, like, I don't live I don't live near the stadium, so it'd be useless to me. But
yeah, this is a fan. Well, we're playing. This is the fantasy world in which you're close enough.
Right.
I think I would ask. Just give me cash.
Ballpark for a day is a cool answer, though.
The entire ballpark is really interesting because, Peyton, I'm going to ask you to extrapolate on that. Do you mean like you and your boys get to play a little pickup?
That'd be
at the ballpark? Because that.
Let me play in the field a day in the off season. Like,
let me sing the national anthem. I can't sing.
Let me throw out the first pitch. Straight up, that actually might. So I've always wanted to throw out a first pitch. Like, I think that'd be awesome.
Neither of your answers were an appearance on.
Yeah, you guys have to come on to.
Oh,
must have an
interview. I don't hate that. I didn't
an
think
interview
about that
with our
either.
website. Is that
That's
is that
not
a
bad.
thing that we would be allowed to like?
I don't think
extort
we can
for?
negotiate for that. I guess I'd probably mention it when I'm getting the picture.
I mean, like, yeah, like, can you just
I'd
shout
probably be
out
like,
Diamond Digest?
not.
really quick?
I'm not even say. I might be like, hey, is it cool if I I write for a baseball website? Can I? And I is it cool if I tweet the picture out of us together like on that? I'd probably just mention it like because then it's less sleazy because they'd be like, oh, what's the website? You're like, what's Diamond Digest? Here's our, and then you.
My deal is,
It's
I'm gonna give
networking.
you a shirt. I need you to wear it at least once or twice. Like that's also part of my deal. I'm gonna give you a Diamond Digest shirt that says "Go Baseball." I need you to wear it a couple times, just like in like a post game interview or something. Like maybe once. That's all I'm asking for.
Oh, I don't see like.
I feel like that's extortion.
Here's the fun part, right? So we've done the nice part of it, which is where
Now
we
we're just
do,
getting
like,
greedy. Now we're just
no,
being
no, 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 no.
assholes.
Well, hold on. We've done the nice part where like thinking about like as fans, like what would be like reasonable. Now I'm taking the like masochist of like I want to meet John Mozeliak. I want a 90-minute meeting, and I want a full overview of the team. Like I want.
I want you to
You and
explain to me.
You're gonna
how
sit.
he
You're
runs
bringing
organization.
the team GM. Mo is team president. I want the GM Michael Gersh. I want head of scouting, and I want Ali Marmol. And I want a 90-minute. We're gonna run down, and I want to be able to give opinions on
You know
how
what's
we
funny?
view the future of the organization.
I bet you they would love that. Though is the thing. Like
Maybe
I
they
feel
might.
like part of them would like absolutely love it, but also absolutely hate it.
I think if they, they would end up loving it only because I wouldn't be like, oh, is his batting average? They'd be like, oh God, we got to get through one of these.
You're
But
like
then
if you look
but
at the
then-
savant numbers, it's
Right, exactly.
and his hot zones, his cold zones, his left-handed pitching, blah blah blah. And it's like,
Right, exactly.
oh, this kid
exactly.
kind of knows what's going on.
Right, yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, you look, I'm like, Zach Thompson's ERA third time through the order is over 4.5. So what I really think we should do is package him as sort of a swingman reliever. Maybe they would. This is both of us thinking we know enough ball where we wouldn't get laughed out of a meeting.
I know.
I don't know what that says about us. I hope that you guys watch this because you trust that we have like
we
enough.
know a little bit.
Because
I feel like I wouldn't get laughed out. I feel like they would be
Yeah.
like, I'd make at least one good enough point. And they're like,
Well, because like we both have the balls to say like, oh, well, brother, he can't hit. He can't hit for shit. Like we don't have to worry about getting fired. Like John Mozeliak's not firing me for that comment. So maybe we have the nuts to say what someone might not. So maybe our coaching staffs would appreciate that.
fair. Also, just real quick, Javier's done for the day. We have Stanikin now in the game.
Great hair.
Also, yeah, that's X flow, very high. High X flow.
Which, now that I think about it, my mom might choose that I take that 90-minute meeting as well if it makes the coaches happy because, first of all, retire 51, St. Louis Cardinals. My mom, big Willie McGee fan. So, and Willie McGee is one of our coaches. So
there you go.
Plus, I'll get on Skip Schumacher's good side. I like Skip.
I do like Skip Schumacher a lot. No, but straight up, like if I can somehow I'm like, yeah, I'd like to throw out a first pitch. Like,
yeah,
that's something I've always wanted to throw out a first pitch at a baseball game. Like
Can I give a suggestion to incorporate that I think could go either very well or very poorly?
Yes, please do.
Ceremonial first at bat.
You just go up there against.
So, like, for example,
for the
right?
day, or?
So for example, I'll use a Giants example.
Okay.
Matt Cain comes out, waves the cap, does it all, and then Matt Cain would throw like the first pitch to like, who's a guy from San Francisco, like the lead singer of Metallica.
Okay, I was gonna say he threw out one to Crawford on his celebration day.
No, I mean like it's a celeb that's taking the AV.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I want to watch so what you would do is because it's
put
ceremonious.
Steph in the box.
Because just reverse it. So basically, like, instead of having the former player that everyone likes catch the first ceremonial first pitch, you have it be a pitcher, and you have them because they're not going to throw like Kane's probably throwing that like 80.
He threw his ceremonial first pitch last week, I think, at 86.
Yes, but like Steph Curry's going down on 3 pitches at 86.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And like, no disrespect to Steph Curry. I'm not saying you're a bad athlete. I just mean,
You don't play baseball.
You know what?
You're very, very good at basketball. You might actually. I don't know.
Ceremonial first at bat, prove me wrong. Go with my
True.
idea and please prove me wrong because then I'll get my idea pushed through. But I think that would be such a funny, like.
Give me Danny DeVito taking an at bat against literally anybody.
That tweet, like, celebrity. Oh, guess what? It's bottom of the ninth. You need a run. Too fucking bad. Danny DeVito's taking it.
Yeah.
So good, dude. So good. So I would like to propose that to, if any team, ceremonial first AB, because I don't know. If I told you next Saturday for the afternoon game, it's Giants Cardinals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Lincecum's gonna try to strike out George Kittle. Oh, you and I are going to that game.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% showing up an hour and a half early.
Yes.
To make sure I don't
my God. Yes. Like, that would be electric, not just for you, but for me, because I remembered San Francisco athlete that I have a connection to. Like, that would be so sick. Like, imagine if Nelly was taking an at-bat against, like, I don't know, Chris Carpenter. I'm watching that. I'm watching that happen.
No, 100%.
Because all it takes is one guy, like, I don't even know who. Is there like a guy like 2 Chainz played like college basketball, right? Like,
I was gonna say like Kyler Murray.
Yeah, all it takes all it takes is Kyler Murray at the D-backs game.
Kyler Murray park went off Randy Johnson.
Yeah, or like Brandon Webb.
Yeah.
Because the ceremonial first AB, all you're doing is nostalgia baiting people our age.
Yeah.
Because you can't have like the D-backs, like they're not old, like Bruce Sutter can't go out and throw ceremonial first AB for the Cardinals. He doesn't have it anymore. No disrespect to the King, doesn't have it anymore. But does Jason Isringhausen? He might have like 85 left in the tank. Let's see it.
Let's find out.
Get Bartolo. Actually, the best example for this is Edwin Jackson because he's played for half the league. So he
get Edwin Jackson just to do it.
Oh my God, an Edwin Jackson barnstorming tour where each city gets to nominate an athlete that they think could get an at-bat off Edwin Jackson. Any sport, the rule is they can't be like a minor leaguer or like, you know what I mean? Like,
no Kyler Murray.
I kind of want to let Kyler Murray try to take that.
No, okay, so college is okay.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
The Rockies are putting Russell Wilson up.
Yeah, okay.
What's the closest pro team to New Orleans for baseball? Geography. Play with me. I don't know. Let me get Jameis. Let me get Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston at a Tampa Bay game.
Yeah, like I would watch.
Or Tom Brady.
I would watch. Yeah. Yes, I would watch that.
Got dropped by the Expos.
100%.
Give me Tyreek Hill in Miami.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Let it happen, bro. Let Quavo bat for the Braves, man. Let Edwin Jackson pitch to Quavo. Who cares?
That'd be so good, dude.
This is a great promotional idea.
This would be really fun.
And again, like I said, the rule would be like the recently retired guys, because like most of those guys get jobs in the front office. Like Chris Carpenter works for the
Skip Schumacher.
Yeah, Yeah. It's basically like having an old timers game. Every game, like at the start of every game, you just condense it down to. And you could do it for charity. Actually, here you go.
Do it at the All-Star game, and then like.
Here we go.
Do it in tandem with the celebrity softball game.
I'll make it charity related. Here's what I would do if I were coming with this promotion, charity. Right? Can't go wrong. Sure. You as a fan, right? So I come out at Busch Stadium, and let's say it's let's pretend it's like next year, right? Albert Pujols and Adam Wainwright come out, and then from St. Louis, I don't know, like who's a guy that's like a dual sport athlete from St. Louis? Jason Tatum. Well, Jason Tatum comes out. St. Louis? Yeah. He went to high school with one of my buddies from in like one of my fantasy leagues and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So Jason Tatum comes out. This would go horribly wrong. So I can't use Pujols because he's too in the league. It'd have to be like Skip Schumacher for this example. Like a guy that's been out of the league for a few
years.
Yeah. So both of those guys probably have charitable causes. You pick one or the other. And if they're
Okay.
successful. So like, can Tatum like make contact off Adam Wainwright? Not a hit. Like, can he make
Just
contact?
contact. Yeah.
Or can
I
like
ticked it.
can he get Schumacher to like get out? Like, can he get Schumacher to like fly out? And like, if you as the fan, you would like pick, and then like, okay, so it's either 5,000 to the Humane Society or 5,000 to United Way. You could do it like that, where like the fan picks, and then if they're right, it's 5,000 to either charity. To be clear, I'm not going to make people, both money. It's double if you guess right.
Yeah. Everyone's
So
getting.
So it'd be 10K if you bet right.
Yeah.
That'd be sick, because now there's something on the line. Like, Jason Tatum's not getting in that box he's laughing, but he's getting in that box. He's trying to take a ball back up the middle.
No, yeah, absolutely. He's trying to park one low key. Like,
yeah,
if it's a home run, triple it instead.
And like Wainwright, he doesn't have to throw fastballs because it's Tatum. Like, Wainwright's he's throwing that curveball.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And like
high curveball truthers. Honestly,
I don't know what it'd be sick for the Giants, bro. Bring out Barry Bonds. Oh, he would clean up for charity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That, you know what? If Barry Bonds wants to get back in the Hall of Fame, that's what I say they make. That's how you do it. Is that you just go bananas for charity, just parking one in the bay every time. Like, there's 10 grand. There's another 10 grand. Yeah.
Like, man, look at all this donations. Just like after like he hits 25 consecutive home runs into McCovey Cove.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. I think we should run with this. MLB front. I don't know who hit us up. I don't know who did.
Do I know anyone that is in the baseball front office?
Do you know people who are in the front office of baseball teams?
Of other sports, not baseball, sadly.
Just casually knows like someone.
I mean, when I say front office,
NHL.
I mean it's the Sharks and the 49ers, actually, both Bay Area. Yeah, we could do it that way. We're like, you have the option that way, because like that way the fans get a little something different every time.
Yeah.
Because then I don't know, because like guys like that's what I mean, like you'd be recruiting, like, and I also think athletes would want to do that.
Oh yeah, for charity.
Like a Kyler Murray, a Jameis Winston, those kind of guys, they're
100% like, yeah.
Jeff Samardzija, are you kidding me, bro?
Jeff
like
Samardzija.
That dude was an athlete. Like, you'd have guys that I think are eager to do that, and then that also just like grows the game organically as well.
No, you're right. Like, yeah, that's a good way to do. Like, yeah, let's grow the game a little bit here. Let's have some fun.
Exactly.
Let the previously retired baseball players play for charity.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They get to throw the jersey back on. It's all for charity. Like,
they would love it.
Yeah, plus like you're raising attendance. Like I just said, bro. The Tim Lincecum George Kittle is like the perfect example I can think of.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% going to that game.
They would get all of my money.
Yeah. I'd buy like
4 crab sandwiches just to be like, thank you so much for what you've done.
Straight up, like I've been like saving money for like this game because like I don't get to go to many, so when I go, I got to go hard. Like I'm like hitting that dugout store because I'm not going to get back there for probably another year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going hard on these crazy crab sandwiches, the garlic fries, the Ghirardelli sundaes.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I will say, I know I'm a Chicago suburbs guy, and so I think my word means a little bit more than the average Americans when it comes to pizza. The pizza at Oracle is good.
There you go. I never go for pizza at Oracle.
I was curiosity kind of was like.
No, that's fair. I get it.
The knock on California's bad pizza, and I was like, surely a ballpark won't mess it up. I've never had bad ballpark food. I think that's really hard to do.
Yeah, like literally, even bottom of the barrel. Like, give me like just chips and cheese, and I'm like happy.
Yeah, or you buy a hot dog off a guy that's walking around with one, and you're like, that was cool. Like, I didn't have to get up.
No, yeah, straight up. Like the thing is, like, if you sit in the right sections, like I mentioned the Ghirardelli sundae, like they'll come to you sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like on the cold nights, you get some hot chocolate coming your way. You don't have to get up.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's so good, dude.
Hey, that's the difference of our fandom right there. Like St. Louis Cardinals, it's like, it's 90% humidity for 70% of the season.
Oh yeah, they're like right on the bay. Like the night games get cold.
They
Just
do.
right
As
on the
someone that
water.
wore just pants, I was wearing pants, a short sleeve T-shirt, and like a jean jacket, and it was a mid-April game.
Yeah, that
I
probably
was
got cold quick.
I was a little cold. I was a little cold. Thankfully, it was a good game, so I was getting up. You know, the blood was pumping, but I
think,
should know better. As someone that goes to Wrigley because Lakefront is real there.
yeah,
But I was like, surely it's because it's 70 all day, and I was like,
no, but no. The last Giants game I went to is probably going to be the best Giants game I ever go to, just because it was the Bellinger throw game. It's
you
so
have mentioned
high.
before that was a great game.
Man, it was electric, dude. Like probably the best game I'm ever going to go to.
The last Cardinals game I went to was
insane.
Ali Marmol's first career ejection.
Nice.
That was the game where he was drawing it out on the plate and.
Oh yeah. Nice. That's a good one.
I went to a couple of games at Busch Stadium too where we like walked off. That was pretty cool.
I've only been to one walk-off, and not for my own team. It was an A's game.
I'll be honest though, the most electric ending I've ever been to was a Cubs Cardinals game. It was a 3-2 like just pure National League game, like double switching all that. It was runners on first and third with 1 out. Bottom 9 at Wrigley. Cardinals turned a 6-4-3 like bang bang double play to end the game.
That's electric.
And that's just one of those where you're like, oh, and I'm one of those where like if he like you don't make that throw like or no, it was tied. It wasn't tied. It would that would have tied the game. Like you're like, damn, like if he doesn't make that play, that's curtains.
Yeah. No, yeah, 100%.
Man,
Like there's so many good games.
I
haven't been to a ton.
before this.
What's up?
We're saying that something reminded me. I was gonna segue to something right before this. I don't remember. That's a nice pitch by Lambert. Is it? Oh, who are these clowns they're rolling out these days? I say that like the back half of our bullpen hasn't been horrendous, but whatever. Our bullpen ranks are like very middle of the road because it's like you saw Ryan Helsley's numbers, and then like Giovanni Gallegos is like like standard closer numbers, and like Cabrera's been really good, Palante's been great, and then you're like, oh, the rest,
and then everybody else.
You're like, that's a 6. That's an ERA of 6.
Oh, this guy got a Justin Verlander signed jersey in his deal now. That's why they're talking about him.
The negotiator up there.
Yeah, he's doing a lot, dude. That's a good
I
haul.
want Kate Upton's phone number.
I want to meet and greet with Kate Upton.
Yeah, I want. You know what I want? Actually, it would have been so funny if you asked for this. I want a autographed copy of the SI cover with Kate Upton and the Upton twins. That's Sports Illustrated cover.
Straight up iconic though. Like that's not.
Yeah, I mean, like
hilarious
to be like the Uptons, and I was like, yeah, like they do have the same name.
Correct. That is
sure
factual.
That is what is printed on their respective driver's licenses.
Probably.
Actually, speaking of Upton, I saw Michael Lorenzen.
I love Michael Lorenzen.
He commented though, like after he because he hit Upton in the head. Obviously, Upton was okay. Thankfully, I've always been a Justin Upton fan. That you're talking about the balls are too slick. In terms of consistency and stuff. And it was interesting because I was listening to the Mariners broadcast a couple days ago, and
great
they did it. Yeah, with Dave Sims electric, but they had Harold Reynolds as the guest because I think he was like there for something. But I was like, oh my god, I'm like two guys I enjoy hearing talk baseball.
True.
And he was talking about how in Japan in the NPB, just the compound of the ball itself is a little bit stickier. And he was saying that he felt as though, and I agree with him after he sort of laid it out. That feels like the overall best compromise because then you don't have to police like, well, our ratio is 35% rosin and 4% pine tar and blank percent. You don't need to police the percentages of the compounds people use if you just change the compound of the ball itself. And that I was like, yeah, I'm like, that feels like a very easy solution if that's the complaint.
I think they do it everywhere but the MLB. Everywhere else has some sort of like
built in.
built in, like sticky. And the thing
Well-
is, like, people and like pitchers, position players, all want it in MLB because they're tired of maybe having guys who have no idea where the ball's going because the ball's changing.
Well, right, and it's what we talk about too. Like when there's discussions about like sort of moving the Jesus Christ, that's a hose, but he dropped the ball. Oh my goodness, Notre Dame. Oh, Oklahoma really fumbled that. Sorry, I got really
No,
distracted.
you're
Watch
fine.
this.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that's horrific.
I mean, I low key get thinking it's a dead ball because it hits the coach, but it's not. Like, I get the mental mistake there, but
Well, he
Jason
didn't know.
Castro still employed in Major League Baseball. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
He's felt bad since like 2016.
Look at that 109 batting average.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear that he's got too many at bats.
And I can understand the counter argument being though that like every other league, despite Major League Baseball, average velocity is a lot lower, so they intentionally introduce a baseball that's stickier to sort of offset that in terms of offense. But I think we've reached a point now where, like what you said, like the tipping point has been reached where like so many guys throw on average so fast that, you know, like what are we doing here?
You really want 98 going who knows where? No.
Right. I mean, and because the other answer is, oh my gosh, never mind. I thought that was gonna be in the gap. I was like, we just slandered Jason Castro. He might just up his OPS. He did not.
Didn't. It looked good. The swing looked nice.
Yeah, it looks fine, but I mean, like Jason Hayward still has a good swing, and he can't hit either.
That's fair.
Doesn't make me sad. I was a big Jason Hayward fan. We traded for him. Then I was sad when I'll repeat it on air again. The biggest masochist in me, Jason Hayward's quote. You know, I just chose to sign with the Cubs because, you know, a team like the Cardinals, you know, with their core of guys like Adam Wainwright, Yadier Molina, you just don't know how much longer those guys are going to be around.
To be fair, that's a valid statement when he said it.
No, I know. It's just funny, though, that,
Like,
every other guy that he played with on the 2016 Cubs isn't on the team anymore.
right.
It's like, haha.
Haha.
Haha, Mr. Hayward. Instead of overpaying for you, we overpaid for Dexter Fowler. Haha.
Haha, get got.
Even though objectively, we paid half as much to overpay, but, you know, I like Dex too, but, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Not much of an issue now. But...
It's like, oh, we traded one right fielder with a great smile for another right fielder with a great smile.
Oh.
Both will hit like 230. Oh. No,
Well, if they're both going to hit like 230, at least he paid less.
Well, yeah, we did comfortably pay less. I think his deal was 4 for 64, and Hayward's was like 7 for 120. So, for reference, Hayward got around Paul Goldschmidt money. So,
at the time, it made sense.
at the time, the Goldschmidt extension, I was like, really? I'm like, we got him for 26 AAV. All right. I still can't believe that, man. That's crazy.
Kind of whack if you think about it.
I mean, like Bryce, that's what Bryce Harper's AAV is, right? But the difference with Harper is the contract is 3 times as long.
Yeah.
Like the trade-off was that Bryce basically guaranteed, like, I will retire a Philly. Which I think I think Bryce Harper, as much flack as people like to try to give him, he has handled his career, I think, so intelligently.
No, you're not wrong. He's done it
Like,
well.
Because he was a higher rated prospect than Trout by like 1. Like,
I mean, there were
like,
1-2.
Right, exactly. And it's like,
Right.
somehow that's the letdown. And I'm like, all right. First of all, he's not. And secondly, like,
Bryce Harper, very good at baseball, in case you didn't know.
I think they might end with like, this sounds nuts. They might end with like similar career wars. Which like 5 years ago was an insane claim. But think about how long Harper will just get to play.
I want to look at some stuff real quick before I.
And I'm not claiming Trout's on a regression line because, my God, he still mashes the ball.
Trout's on a please stay healthy timeline.
Trout to me though, like feels like a guy that's ready to walk away.
3.8 WAR. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Less than Tommy Edman.
Okay.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Not for long, but the fact that it's June and I get to say that and Trout's been healthy is an absurd statement.
I mean, okay, the thing with with
who-
Bryce and Trout, I think it all depends on the back end of their careers. I could see Harper having a better like final 3-4 years than Trout's final 3-4 years, but I think the front half of is a little too much in Trout's favor.
WAR might have been a bad one stat to use.
Yeah, because do you know what Harper's WAR is right now?
I'd venture to guess around 45.
It is 42.8.
Ugh.
Do you know what Trout's
like
is?
80? Like 80.
Yeah, he's 79.9. He's about to hit 80.
Oh, there you go. So
he's almost double, which is also just absurd.
I'll walk
can
the
we talk about that?
Yeah, I'll walk the WAR one back and say that.
But that'd be the best example. But
like hits, total hits.
No, yeah, I think that's totally fair.
Because here's my thing. When I said that, I wasn't to imply that Trout will fall off. Oh,
yeah, I know that's not what you meant, but like,
my thing is that Trout feels like Griffey in the sense of like, I think Ken Griffey Jr. could have walked away at any age after 30, and like was going to make the Hall of Fame. Has felt as though he's accomplished anything that he has wanted to accomplish, and it's just I just want to play until I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
And Trout to me has a similar energy where he's so good and he's such a tremendous like generational talent that like not that he's bored, but like I don't know, like he's got like a wife and kids, doesn't he? Like at a certain point, like I don't know, bro. Like there are bigger things in life.
That's why Buster Posey retired when he did.
Right, and so I think that Trout could fall into that category, whereas I don't know if Bryce.
Does he have kids?
I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't know. I feel like I've never heard of him.
He feels old enough, right? I know he's.
No, he definitely has a kid because I think his kid's got a cool name, if I remember correctly.
Okay. His kid's name is Mike Trout 2.
Mike Trout, not Junior.
Day. Like Terminator 2
no,
Judgment Day.
He does have a kid. His name is Beckham Aaron Trout.
Okay.
Yeah, initials B.
Bat. His nickname is Bat. There you go.
That's what I'm like. There's something cool about his kid's name.
His kid is Batman.
Straight up.
That
I'm like,
fire.
there's something cool about this
Harper
this kid,
to me just gives the vibe of like is going to play until he can't anymore, and I think Trout will play until he doesn't. And to me, that's still like 8 years, 9 years for Trout, but like
I think Trout's playing until he's like 42.
You think?
I think he could.
I think he can. I don't know if he makes it to 40.
The thing is, like, I think Trout. I mean, I guess the health really is a big thing. I guess it's how much his current injuries kind of have like told on his body.
Mm-hmm.
Harper stayed healthy.
Yes, and I mean, like he had like
Harper could play.
Counting stats, I think Harper's gonna get him just because I think Trout is willing to walk away before he is told he has to.
No, yeah, I agree. And that's the thing, like, you mentioned Griffey. Like, Griffey just wanted to play ball, man.
Right.
So, and he did. And the thing is, I think this is also something I wanted to bring up at some point, and I think it's the best segue to it. Just Griffey, because it is Father's Day. We haven't really mentioned it much.
Yes. Shout out Mike.
Shout out Mike. Shout out Mike's printer.
Shout out Mike's printer especially, yes.
Yeah. Shout out my dad. My dad's name's Jerry. Fun fact of the day. My dad's name is Jerry.
Wait, what's the full name?
My full name. My full name or his full name?
Just like the first name. I'm trying to get to dox your dad. This home address, social security number, whatever you want.
His name's Jerry. That's my dad's first name.
Legal full name is Jerry?
First name, Jerry.
On the birth certificate, it says Jerry.
Correct. It's not Jeremiah. Oh. It's not anything else. It's Jerry.
I would have guessed
Jerry. So that's my dad's.
I could believe that your dad was a Jerome.
That's me and my cousins. We go call my dad Jerome just.
Oh really?
Just because we can.
Yeah. So you're saying you agree your dad gives off Jerome vibes?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I'm gonna find a picture of my dad real quick. Hold on. The picture I usually bring up is back when I was in high school. So you're about to see a beardless Diego here in a second. There it is. My dad doesn't look any different than when this picture was taken. Oh God, 7 years ago. I look very different.
Let's go.
There's Jerry. That's my dad.
Yeah, I could see him being a Jerome.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. Shout out my dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
I got like a old picture.
I still have to call him. I haven't called him yet today because I worked before he woke up.
I got horrifically sunburned with my dad at Soapbox Derby for his Father's Day. So
I haven't got the chance to call my dad yet because I went to work before he was awake, came back, immediately kind of jumped onto this. Didn't have enough time to actually call him. But by the time we hop off this, he'll still be up and all that. So I'll have time.
Well, let's see here. I know my sister sent getting a really young picture. Actually,
Shout out Reagan.
Too bad Scott's not here. One of my favorite pictures of my dad and I. My dad's rocking a Detroit Tigers hat.
Nice. I wear my Tigers hat literally every day. It's my work hat.
The hat that I wear the most is definitely my Navy Slugbird or my Soapbox hat.
Soapbox hat. Shout out Soapbox hat.
Here's my dad. Here's my dad after making some chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah. Shout out Big Mike.
In the Ducks rugby.
Hell yeah.
Here's my dad carefully observing a fire. Hold on. It's like a second long. Look at him.
Nice.
Like every dad, like every dad does.
As dads do. That's the classic dad move.
Let's see. Where is that picture?
I don't think I have much more of my dad since I lost a bunch of my old photos and stuff, but
oh, this isn't the one I'm thinking of with my dad. Actually, here it is. Yeah, this is probably my favorite picture of my dad and I. Sorry for everyone that wants to get a little sappy. Can you see that? That's my dad and I.
Cute. Love that.
And the Tigers hat, man. Don't know why. Here's another picture of my dad in a Tigers hat. What's going on? Here's my dad in a Cardinals hat, by the way.
He is a Cardinals fan.
Those photos exist.
My dad's not a big hat guy. I'll be honest.
My dad is a huge hat guy.
My dad not a hat guy, like at all. Does not like hats.
Oh, real quick, because I love this jacket and I want them to take an adult version. How about the Thomas the Tank Engine varsity jacket?
Thomas the Tank Engine. I loved Thomas as a kid, dude.
That's drip. Who just texted me?
Was it your dad?
It's Will Arvin.
Will
texting me. It's evolution, baby.
It's evolution, baby.
It's a song reference. I got him.
Here's a fairly more recent. This is a more recent picture of my dad. This is actually my whole family from my graduation last year.
This is how you know we're getting old, bro. Because we enjoy looking at family photos now. Let me see this.
That's my whole family. That's my dad there in the end.
Yes.
Also, that's my favorite shirt. I wear that shirt so much. It's like a little rainbow colored patterned shirt.
I don't know what my favorite.
Huge fan.
I don't have a favorite single shirt. That Cardinals All-Star Game one I have, 1941. That's a pretty cool shirt that I own. I do like that one a lot.
Yeah. I don't know what my other favorite T-shirt or anything is. Oh,
it's hard. I gotta cut down my wardrobe a ton.
Picture of my dad in a Giants game many years ago.
There
and my
you go.
sister and my cousin.
Bro, you look younger as you've gotten older.
I look younger.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. The beard, I don't know. You look like you get. I mean, we both have, I think, a very youthful energy, but I don't know. The younger picture where you don't have the beard, I don't know. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the beard makes you look younger.
It
does. I think what you want a beard to do, which you look young, but it also gives you wisdom.
Okay, that's fair, I suppose. I can see in high school I had a soul patch, because it was all I could grow. But there's one with me and my grandpa and my other cousin. Shout out my grandpa for Father's Day as well.
Oh, true. Do I got any pictures of Dick and Chip? Those are my grandfather's names.
Nice. That's Francisco,
Richard and Charles. See, all right.
Francisco, and then my other grandfather. His I guess it's Carmelo. Called him. He passed away when I was in middle school now, so I don't think I have any of him though, unfortunately.
This is how you know it's your grandfather when the pictures that you have together are just exclusively that we've sent in our text conversations to each other is
Nice.
exclusively history shit.
Nice.
Like
My
here's
favorite-
an old family tombstone.
Nice.
My nana in Ireland. 2 years of me randomly at Easter. Don't know when that was sent.
Nice.
Random Bob Gibson picture. Like just all
Good. Excellent. Excellent. That's good. Those are good things to have. Those are good. That's a
Big-
good
yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, I got big old man text energy of
Love that.
here's
My-
what I'm up to.
My current favorite thing that I do is the assistant manager at my job made an offhanded comment about Weezer once, about not liking Weezer, and so I send him Weezer memes daily,
There you go.
but ones that I make from my job specifically.
No,
so
see, that's what
anything-
I'm talking about. That's perfect. Yeah.
Because like I work at a coffee shop, and so anything that's blue, I will get the one Weezer cover and put it on top of it.
Bros.
Yeah, not sponsored willing to be.
Yeah, for real. Jose
Like-
certainly hit that high enough. I can tell you that.
Towering warning track power. Not even warning track power. Towering to the
Who is
outfield.
this? Is this Vince Velasquez pitching? Do I have that right?
Is it?
Remember that game? If this is Vince Velasquez, I don't know if it is or not. Remember when
one-
the Vince Velasquez that we're thinking of, when he had 2 diving catches and hosed a guy at the plate? That was
Yep.
incredible.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is he also the guy that got hit on the right arm or his throwing arm and then hosed the guy with his left arm at first, making the play?
That sounds like him.
I think it's also, him.
Also, Craig Biggio jersey. That's the dog right there.
Shout out Craig Biggio. You know?
Played was part of that Killer Bees lineup that I was supposed to hate. I really only
That's the
I
best.
really-
This is Vince Velasquez, by the way.
I really didn't hate any of them because like Wainwright just made absolute mincemeat of Beltran in the playoff series when he was on the Mets. And then he became a Cardinal, and then Berkman also became a Cardinal. And Biggio's my all-time favorite player, so it is very funny. I think actually Brad Lidge is the only player
Lidge.
on those Astros teams that I legitimately hated,
Reasonable.
which is fine because Pujols, destroyed 5 years of his career with one
Yeah.
swing, which was immaculate.
Also, yeah, this isn't Velasquez A. B. He is a guy, the left-handed throw that I was thinking of. Same guy. Same person.
He is who we thought he is.
And we let him off the hook. But yeah, Vince Velasquez, kind of a guy. Also throwing a lot of not strikes.
That is
That-
true. As you bit of an show on that one, but
Yeah, the previous pitch was definitely a strike called a ball, so I guess it evens out.
yes. Sometimes that's the way it is.
Sometimes you get a makeup call.
Alex Bregman, man.
Why is it so dirty?
Remember how he's gonna break the OBP record? That's an inside joke. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. Also, random other thought. This is just because I was going back to I was looking yesterday with my assistant manager, and that's why I brought up the Weezer thing. But do you have? And we talked about it before on this.
Uh-oh.
On we got.
Oh, that is such an unfortunate ground rule double for Michael Brantley.
Yeah, that's tough. Yikes! If that doesn't go over the fence,
Routine flyout in Comerica.
routine fly out on Comerica, everything in Detroit.
Do I have what now? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Do you have an opinion on Arby's at all? We've talked about this in the past. I believe.
Okay, yes. So people get really angry about Arby's.
Do you like Arby's? Please tell me you don't. Like
So
Arby's.
here's the thing. I don't have an opinion one way or the other. Like it's fine.
You're a neutral Arby's person.
I mean, yeah, like they have good curly fries. Like
That's true, but that's it.
I don't know. Like it's one of those things where like there's also not one like I think it's like the only fast food place that's not like super close to my house. Like there's a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Burger King, a Taco Bell, and a KFC, and back home, all within like a 5-minute drive of my house.
Really?
So I was never seeking Arby's out. Yeah, I live like where I live. There's like a how do I describe it? You know those roads that are like it's not a highway, but it's not like the speed limit's like 35, 40 miles an hour, and there's kind of like strip malls kind of along the sides. I live like
Yeah, it's like one of those main roads, but not like a.
yeah. I live like reasonably close to one of those, so
Okay.
that's why maybe not 5 minutes, maybe like 10.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
call
I
it 10.
10 minutes from my apartment, I could probably get to a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, a KFC,
The
Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., Burger King.
right. So point being, obviously, like I had a lot of options, so I guess I never got my like hard opinion on Arby's settled. That's a nice play behind the backstop. Are they going to count that? Or are they going to say it hit the net? Oh,
It doesn't look like it hit the net.
yeah, I know,
Did it
but
hit the net?
Allegedly.
No, it's saying it hit the net. Upsetting. No, but so the only reason because we've brought up Arby's before on Diamond Digest on Sunday Night Watch Parties, because last year because I took it to Utah.
Oh, it hit a cat. Did it hit a catwalk? Is that what they're showing this? Sorry, not to interrupt again.
Probably.
That might have been the cause.
That makes sense.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Catwalk stomp.
So I'm gonna guess though, based off of your pessimism, when I told you I was at Arby's, an Arby's libertarian, that you don't have a view one way or the other.
Oh no, I don't like Arby's.
You don't like Arby's. Can you?
And the thing is, I will elaborate if that's what you're.
I'll say, walk me through, please.
So I was always just kind of like, everyone just kind of trashed on Arby's because like haha funny.
Yeah.
But it also did hit a catwalk. That did happen. That's why it didn't count, I'm sure. But anyway, back to Arby's. Last year I went through Utah. They have a lot of Arby's in Utah. I'm like, why do they have so many Arby's? Arby's sucks. And every now and then I'm like,
a sign of things to come. I feel a little foreshadowing with that.
Yeah. And so every now and then I'm like, I might be too harsh on Arby's. I don't know the last time I had Arby's was. Sure. I'm gonna go get some Arby's. This was a couple months ago at this point. Actually, no, it was like a month ago. No. Hold on. I went to Arby's twice this calendar year.
All right. I don't think I did at all.
A few months ago, just because I'm like, maybe I'm too harsh on Arby's. Let me go try some Arby's. Went to Arby's, got the thing you're supposed to get, like the beef and cheddar and like the fries and all that, right?
All right.
Was not good. Did not enjoy it.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I feel like I gave it a fair shot. Like, I feel like I'm now justifiably able to kind of trash on it because I gave it a shot recently. And they came out with like a burger, which they didn't have before. When tried it, wasn't bad. I'll be honest. It wasn't terrible.
All right.
There's also an Arby's in the same like lot I work in. So like it's literally like I can get off work, drive for 20 seconds.
That makes it a little tempting, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe I also passed 7 other places on my way home. So like 7 might be an exaggeration, but a bunch. So I have like a pick of options, a slew of options, if you will, on my way home from work if I want to stop and get some food. Arby's is seldom the pick I choose. And I was talking about it yesterday, and my assistant manager, he's like, yeah, Arby's is pretty good. I'm like, you're wrong. Like, that's just the incorrect take to have. And then he comes in today to work, and he's like, yeah, I'm like, you're sick in the head. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like,
I don't know. For me, it's like I don't know. The Arby's thing is like, in the same way that I like go get on people when they're like, it's the same reason why I don't ascribe to like eating dark chocolate or like drinking like diet soda.
Dark chocolate's good.
Sure, right. If you like it, that's totally fine, right? So like you just gave the perfect example of someone I have no issue with. Because for you,
okay, I get it.
You enjoy eating it.
Right.
But when someone makes a claim of like, I eat it because it's healthier.
Wrong.
And I'm like, listen, why'd you even put that on screen? Now
so I can do wrong. So I can point down it. Wrong.
But now it looks like we're pointing at it pleasantly, and now I'm concerned how that's gonna.
Boo. Okay, anyway.
Not sponsored, not willing to be.
Arby's, if you do want to sponsor us, low-key, I will.
Yeah, actually, send us, prove us wrong, actually.
Arby's does have fire social media. Arby's, if you you can clip this. Arby's, if you want to, send you boys something, I will more than happily go try your food and give it another shot. Maybe I got caught at a bad time. I'll
That's
give it another
very true.
chance. Arby's, hit me up. My Twitter's right there.
Wolfsfan86 in the chat saying Arby's is good, dark chocolate's good, and Brogy had Arby's S&H.
Yes, we just talked about this. We
it's
just talked
fine.
about it. I've
Late
given
moment.
Arby's a shot recently.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, the curly fries are good. Like I'm not gonna.
Curly fries are good. They also have fire on them.
But when people use that claim of like, oh, like regular Coke has like too much sugar, that's why I drink Diet Coke. I'm like, listen.
It's all sugar, dude.
You have made the decision to taste and eat something that is objectively not good for you, but that's delicious. Own it.
No, 100%.
There is no like I don't like the taste of dark chocolate, so I'm just not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna get on my soapbox for anyone that like likes it. No, eat it and enjoy it. But we're both eating candy here, so let's not act like anyone is on there. No one's on the diet high horse here.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh no, I get the double baconator from Wendy's with no sauce, so it's healthier. Like, okay, pal.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, that is a great play by Josh Harrison there as Kyle Tucker understandably slams his helmet into the ground. And on that note, I'm going to let Diego slander Arby's for about 30 seconds solo here because for those of you that can see this sunburn, I have been hydrating and I need to piss like a fire hydrant. So I will be right back.
Yeah, Arby's here. I'll throw this off. It's just me. Hold on. All right, so here we are. Arby's. Listen up. We have a chat. If you wanna make some content out of this, Arby's, hit me up. I will more than willingly retry. Maybe I'll go to a different location. Maybe the location I went to wasn't having their best day. All right. But if they were having a good day and like it just wasn't my cup of tea, then maybe that's all right too. But Arby's, I'm more than willing to try. Maybe stuff. Maybe I will get something different. I will be honest. The burger you got now, pretty solid. The first time I had it, might have to retry that. Maybe if you want to do something, well, I'm down. We can try something. Arby's, hit me up. My @'s right here, my Twitter. And it's also my Instagram. So, but yeah, Arby's and Peyton. I don't know if there's a double baconator from Wendy's. I think it's an exaggeration. Baconator from Wendy's is fire though. Like Baconator, fire. Wendy's, fire. The 4 for 4, fire. Spicy chicken nuggets. I rejoiced the day those came back. Like I was very excited to get me some spicy chicken nuggets from Wendy's because they're very, very good. So I don't know. I do feel like double baconator might have been an exaggeration to make the point. But also dark chocolate is good. Wolfsfan 86. Good point. Look at that. Dark chocolate is good. Factual statement. I agree. Dark chocolate, very good. Like we just need more dark chocolate, less Arby's, maybe. And I've been on record slandering Arby's a lot, but I am willing to change my mind. But I am a fan of Burger King though. I like Burger King a lot. People slander Burger King. People are sleeping on Burger King. I do get the same thing every time. So maybe I found the one thing I like from Burger King a lot. I think every place probably does have that one. Arby's, I just may not have found it yet, From Burger King, you gotta get the Bacon King. The Bacon King from Burger King, fantastic sandwich. Very good. Hits different. I have a 24-hour Burger King, like on my way home from work. So when I get off at midnight sometimes, it's on the way home. So I'll slide through, get me a Bacon King meal, get a mellow yellow with it, just because I, for some reason, really like mellow yellow. I can't tell you what it is, but get the sandwich, or get the burger, get the fries, get the drink. Happy camper. Eat it, pass out, go to bed. Carson's back.
Sorry, guys. I'm back.
I'm talking about Burger King now.
I was going to say, I'm catching up on the chat here. Really quick, Peyton, there's a double Baconator. Peyton, I actually have no idea if there's a double or not.
That's what I said. I think it was just for the exaggeration's sake.
I was for the exaggeration. A Wendy's clip. Are we just clipping fast food suggestions?
Wendy's is gas. I love Wendy's so much.
Wendy's is so good. Please make a double Baconator. And also, your seasonal strawberry frosty is actually surprisingly very good. I'm a big strawberry ice cream guy. I will never get a vanilla frosty because I'm a chocolate frosty.
Chocolate frosties are absolute gas. Wendy's,
Dare I say, I'm
Hit
going
us
to give
up.
a take here. I'll give a take here. Is there a single? Oh my God! Watch this Lubob hit here.
Oh boy.
That
Well,
bat. Woo! Little hot potato
Dubon makes
there.
that play if the bat's not coming out
Correct,
of.
he does.
That's unfortunate.
Peyton, I didn't lie. I apologize. I was an exaggeration. All right.
You ever hear of what's the word for that?
Is
Hyperbole.
there a yes? Is there a single fast food single menu item better than a chocolate frosty? And again, you have to exclude, like, you can't say, oh, the burger from blank, because every place has a burger.
No, that's fair.
As like a specialty
thing-
menu item,
Right? Yeah.
I think it's number one.
I think the only argument I would make, also just from the same place, is spicy chicken nuggets from Wendy's or absolute gas.
That's
the
good
only
answer.
argument I think I would make.
That is
It's
a
the
good
same
answer.
restaurant. It's the same
I
place.
still feel lied to. Peyton, I'm sorry. Would you like a small loan of $10,000 cash? I'm just kidding.
They got triple burgers at Wendy's. Hold on, wait.
Oh,
Hold on.
so
Look
was I
action.
lying? I like to order just link and Wendy in a Wendy's order.
Hold
We
on,
just-
how do I click on this
This
link?
this link just secretly orders Wendy's.
They
for-
got a little
for every
frosty as their like loading icon. I love that.
time. Dude, Wendy's does it right, man. I'm
Wendy's
saying.
also like Wendy's. Please hit us up. I'm so
Yeah,
excited
for real.
to
Actually, I like doing my
be
little
hit up by
segment, but I mean
Wendy's.
it.
Oh,
What
these
do I
look
get?
so
What
good,
do I-
though.
What do I get from BK? From Burger King, I get a Whopper. Does it come with onion?
I believe so. don't
I get
the
no
Whoppers.
onion. I get no onion. I get a Whopper with no
Not a
onion.
big onion guy.
I'm like borderline allergy actually. Like if there's too
Uh-huh.
much onion in something, it just like I ever since I was a little kid, it would just give me like a stomach ache the rest of the night.
I think that's just how onions are sometimes, though. If they're like
Could be,
aggressive.
could be,
It
but
can
like
be too acidic.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got to be what it is. I get that. I get an order of chicken fries. And I get a Coke Icy. That's my BK
The
order.
Icy's, Wendy's, not Wendy's, sorry, Burger King. Something about Wendy's.
Feel
Burger
free
King
to.
does have the
Oh, wait.
Icy's.
If you want the Wendy's order, it's a
Yeah, what's the Wendy's
Baconator,
order?
Baconator large chocolate frosty. That's it. The meal. Just get the fries, the burger, and the frosty.
The fries from Wendy's are also very good.
Underrated. AJ Pollock, stop getting hits. I'm in a fantasy matchup that is like gonna.
I
put
just
some
picked up
hair on my
AJ
chest.
Pollock today to replace Mookie Betts in my lineup.
It's probably a good idea. Well, short term, obviously.
Yeah, until Mookie comes back. But
Yeah, this fantasy match is gonna put some hair on my chest, but unless I don't even want to manifest it into the world, I think mathematically I've got it in the bag, though.
okay. fair enough.
Hopefully, I'm really hoping that like Peyton and Evan aren't gonna absolutely tear apart either of my orders. Do you want to hear my like? Do you want to hear like my legitimate like McDonald's order because it's a serial killer order?
I was gonna. Oh, okay. I was gonna say after this is done, I'm going to McDonald's because they opened one right up the road from me here, like literally 2
There you
minute
go.
drive, and I haven't eaten today, and so
So you should eat for one.
yeah, I probably should. But did I eat? No, did I? Did I
Chicken
eat
fries
today?
are amazing. You are right. They're so glad they're back on the menu.
I don't think I ate anything today.
So here's what
Anyway.
I do at McDonald's.
Yeah, what do you do at McDonald's? Are you a serial killer like you?
I get 2 double quarter pounders with cheese, no onion, 20 McNuggets with honey mustard, and a large Coke, no ice. That's the order.
No fries?
Well, the double quarter pounder, one of them's a meal, and then one of them just a sandwich.
Oh,
so it comes with
gotcha.
fries.
Gotcha. No, I thought it was gonna be worse. I'll be honest.
If I'm
Said serial
the
killer.
other version I get is I'll get 3 cheeseburgers, no onion, 3 chicken sandwiches, and then 20 nuggets because math wise that order's like $12 and you get 6 sandwiches and 20 nuggets. Which
Okay,
is
so-
that one's a little bit more out there for sure.
What I've been doing recently for McDonald's, they have a meal on their menu that's just 2 cheeseburgers. Like just like
Yeah.
the little ones. I'll do 2
Yeah,
cheeseburgers
that's it,
as a meal with a large high C orange. High C orange,
Lava burst,
absolute
man.
gas, like lava burst, so good. I'll do that, and
Look
then a
on,
20-piece.
watch the game real quick when they cut to AJ Pollock at third. He looks like he could have a little bit of a nice mustache there.
You could absolutely.
Oh, we got ourselves a one-run ball game here, by the way.
I do love citrus drinks. Yeah.
Mellow yellow
no,
and now
no.
high C.
I do like Mountain Dew a lot too. I'll say that.
I hate drinks with no ice unless it's water. Evan, we're the opposite. I
You like
don't
ice
like ice
water?
in my drink. I don't like ice in my drink. Oh, I don't like ice in my beer either.
No one.
I
Likes
got
ice
this.
in the beer.
Shout out Father's Day. I got this from my dad, but he did make a valid point when I was a little kid of like the drink's already cold.
Did McDonald's play the clip?
No, it's not because it's 12
It's
bucks.
McDonald's. No, that's not.
It's
That's not quite.
McDonald's.
That's not quite.
That's not. First of all, you're the one who said that clip can get retired because
I can
apparently-
loop clips.
Yes, of course you can.
I didn't know that. There's a
We
button.
can
for it.
experiment with that like at a later time, not right now.
Yeah,
Peyton did say also that he would retire the clip on account of the fact that I reuse Tupperware from fast food places because apparently not everybody does that.
what
like when
Tupperware are
you-
you getting from fast food places?
Like KFC, the sides, they come in a little like plastic with a lid and stuff. You can wash them in the
yeah.
dishwasher and reuse them.
So the only Tupperware I reuse from places, I
I
go
guess like
to.
Tupperware is not the word used, but like
Yeah, I know what
reusable
you mean.
containers.
Containers.
Yeah.
You know, like the deli containers you can buy. They're really nice. Like
Yeah.
So I go to my local Thai restaurant. Shout out Bangkok Thai in Boise, Idaho. Very, very, very good curry. I love it so much. I was doing it once a week for a while until I just kind of like stopped. I was getting it every Sunday for a bit, and then my schedule changed a little bit, so I haven't found a day to go consistently. But they do it in the little deli containers. They give you the curry in when you get takeout, and I've been saving those. They're nice. They're good.
Peyton, you want me to repeat the order because there's no way it's $12?
He's talking about the
It
second
is.
order, the second one, then, not the quarter pounder order.
Yeah. The second order is wait. Not the quarter pounder or cheese one. Yeah. It's 3 cheeseburgers, no onion. Like the ones that are like $1.70 a pop. And then 3 McChickens, which are also about $1.70 a pop. And then you get 20 nuggets, which is about $6. That's $12. And that's it. That's the meal.
So do you say also like when you get sauces, do you just like save sauces as well when you like?
Oh yeah, of course
Yeah.
you do.
So I just have these sitting here, like I just am on my desk.
Well, okay,
In a
actually, I'm
little
gonna take that back. Now, McDonald's, thank you for saying, "Oh my, that's a great meal." Yeah, of course it is. It's genius.
I have sauce packets from 4 different restaurants right in front of me.
Yeah, if you don't save sauce packets,
5,
you're a
sorry,
weirdo.
5. I lied.
But I will say, I do typically don't have McDonald's leftover ones because they kind of skimp on nugget ones.
The ones the
It
McDonald's
should
that
be
I have
one
here,
sauce container at McDonald's per 4 nuggets, and they do it per 5, and that's not good math.
see, I don't use that much sauce. I feel like compared to you, I feel like I use a lot
Oh,
of
I'm
sauce.
a big sauce.
I use like one thing for like 7, like 7.
Nah, man.
But not all. Sometimes you need a lot.
I'll be honest. I could use one for like 3. I'm an animal.
Okay.
I love
That's
sauce.
fair.
So
But
good.
like I have 5 different restaurant sauces in front of me. I've got a sweet and sour from Panda,
There you go.
barbecue from Burger King,
Barbecue bacon burger.
ranch from Arby's,
There you go.
a sweet and spicy sriracha from Chick-fil-A, and then a barbecue from McDonald's and McDonald's.
Off rip, I can tell you for a fact that I have honey mustard from McDonald's, garlic dipping sauce from Papa John's.
I also have
And
a
that
bunch
might
of
be it.
these.
That might be it. I've been eating out of my fridge really. I legitimately, dude, I got to a point where the only thing that I had in. Here you go, Peyton. You want to feel better about yourself? To be clear, the price of this alcohol was like $20. The only thing that was in my fridge was a singular bottle of champagne, along with sauces. That was it.
A singular bottle of champagne.
Yeah, I still have it in there. I mean, it was like I said, it was like 12 or 14 bucks. It was like I went and like picked up because I got like
Why?
like a beer. I was on a beer run and it was like crazy on sale, and I was like, I might have a reason for this soon. Like, I don't know.
I bought champagne on 2 occasions. When I turned 21, we did
That's
mimosas.
the one time I did that. Yeah.
And then I bought really cheap champagne for like graduation photos when I graduated college.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
got
see,
some
I don't
sick
know,
photos from that.
because it depends on. So, I mean, you didn't go to Iowa, so don't worry. This isn't a finger wag at you, but I'm going to finger wag anyone who pops a bottle of champagne. Because here's the thing,
Mhm.
and this is an Iowa specific thing. Like I said, this is not a comment on you at all. Don't worry. The center of Iowa's campus has the original state courthouse.
Oh
It's
yeah,
the middle of
we're
it.
very different scenarios. I feel like here.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. I just want to,
Okay.
I needed to preface it with that. I wasn't like, wow, nice job. Anyway, fuck, I wasn't about to. Because of the fact that it's a really historic, the steps are really historic, and it's a very historic building. The preservation of the material that like is the steps like leading up to it, all that takes a lot of work. And
Okay.
spraying champagne on it is bad and does irrevocable damage to the stone and all that. So if you go to my university and you want to pop bottle of champagne, just don't do it on the old Capitol steps. There are plenty of really cool places to take a picture that aren't there, but that is my like soapbox PSAs. Please don't do it there
That's fair.
because it takes a lot of historical preservation work. Having said
Not
that,
the case at Boise State.
not the case
So,
in Boise at all. And they're sick photos, I'm sure. So
I popped the champagne
sorry.
in front of the
In
mat
chat, I
building.
see Peyton said, "Call me Brett Favre," and then nothing after that. So, Brett Favre, producer Brett Favre.
No, but I got really lucky with one of the photos. I popped the champagne. I did in front of the math building at Boise State, and
There you go.
The champagne like just kind of circled the word mathematics on the building.
Oh,
Like,
that's
it just
fire.
happened to work out, and I'm like, that's
dope,
dope.
man.
That's super cool.
That was the other comment I was gonna make. Like, I'll probably end up doing that. I'll probably do the champagne thing, but I don't know where I'm gonna take it because, like, obviously, like I said, like, won't be doing that on the old Capitol steps, and I'm not gonna buy a cigar. So
That's fair. You just
We'll
gotta
see.
find. Do you if I can find it. Let me see if I can find the picture. Hold on. But
the chat is clamoring for the photo. If you've got it on hand,
I'll see if I can find it. But do you? I know, like, so at our school, a lot of the buildings have like the names of like we have a math building, we have an education building. That does Iowa have the same sort of thing, or?
Yeah. It's a similar setup.
Okay, yeah. So like, I guess I don't know. I just majored in mathematics, so it was easy, because it was just one thing, and it was there. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a building that would be similar.
So
Also.
my building, the American Studies building, actually is a historic hotel that's been converted into like an office building with classrooms.
Okay, so maybe not.
So I could take one outside of it. The issue is that the business in there, it's like a jewelry, the stores right there. One's a Subway and one's a jewelry store.
Nice.
So not quite as photogenic as I would like it. I could do, I guess, actually like right outside the public library because I worked there during my master's and stuff.
That's true. You did work at the library. He's the library.
That
guy.
would be presently, hopefully. I don't have work
found
tomorrow,
it.
but
I found the photo. So here it is. See how the champagne just kind of goes around the word?
oh yeah, that's fire.
Like,
God, dude, and you know what's
It's pretty
dope
cool.
about that is like you can't like you could try that 100 more times. You're not gonna get that again.
I know. That's the thing. It just like
That's
worked
so
really
cool,
well.
man. That's so cool.
Like, it just happened to work out. I put it on like the my grad announcement stuff. That one, and there's another one I really like. Picture of me holding all the calculators I owned at the time, plus one of my roommates. And so I had
Because
4
math does-
calculators.
Because math does that with you guys, where it's like it can't be higher than an 84 or whatever.
I have 5
Yeah.
calculators.
I
in the
see the
photo.
TI-84. You had a TI-84, didn't you?
84, 89, 83, 82, 20.
That's right. I know calculators. Texas Instruments, not
Yep.
sponsored.
Shout
but
out
willing
Texas
to be.
Instruments. So willing to be sponsored by Texas
Actually, yeah,
Instruments.
I 100%. I could definitely. I say that with confidence.
I will get
Um,
Texas Instruments, if you're listening, if you send me every calculator ever you make, I will get a TI-84 tattooed on my arm right here.
Oh wow! Whoa! That
Straight
needs,
up.
that needs to get clipped.
Maybe not right there, but like on this arm, I will get a
Somewhere.
TI-84.
Well, we can negotiate.
Yeah.
Where it would go.
I'll get a tattoo of a TI-84. Straight up.
I didn't have a singular favorite, like one single picture I really liked, but I did like how I announced I was going to grad school. I posted the picture of me in the graduation robe, and then because I was doing a 2-year master's program, I did the Kobe clip where it was You're not smiling. You're up 2-0. Job's not finished. What's there to be happy about? Job finished. Job's not finished. And I felt like that was a perfect, like,
That's pretty cool.
I'm back. I'm coming back.
Also, Peyton, all those calculators. So only 4 of them were mine. I mean, technically only 3 of them were mine.
Wow, I just had a moderator delete a Twitch comment for the first time in my life.
Nice.
I feel good about that. It's great because I can still see it. So
Was it this one?
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
Anyway, but those calculators, one of them I was gifted after I finished student teaching. One of them, which is the one that my 84, I've been using since I was 12 years old.
Yeah, the 84.
And I still have it. That calculator has been with me through the entirety of my actual math career.
Dude, that's the Cal Ripken Jr. of calculators. Is
No, absolutely.
Like it's so. We should be getting paid for how we're talking about TI.
No, straight up.
But it's
And,
so
like,
true. Like
it's
it
so
just
good.
works for anything that you need. It works.
I usually have it in arm's reach when I'm sitting here.
Nice. Thank you for clipping that, good sir. I'm sure that'll be on our clips channel. I'll be sure to.
Just go find it.
I can log into StreamYard at any time, Carson. Peyton, why don't you get on camera, lad? Your team is on Sunday Night Baseball, like somehow
Every other
multiple times a week, despite the fact that there's only one Sunday in a week. That's how frequently the Yankees are on national television.
Man, where is my TI-84? It's
So
usually
why don't you
on.
hop
Oh,
on?
I know where it is. It's not on arm's reach.
For those of you actually, if you guys want to peek behind the curtain here of working at Diamond Digest, I went almost a full year of working here without hearing Peyton's actual voice.
That happens sometimes.
Like, and I know that sounds crazy. It's like, surely you would have at some point or another, seeing as how like we Snapchat, VC and banter in our banter section where we make our little jokes. You know, nope. We've hosted Twitter Spaces where we're in the same Twitter space. Never. It was like finding Bigfoot. I couldn't believe it once I heard it. I'm like, oh my god, that's his voice. It's gorgeous. It's melodic. Why doesn't he use it more?
Peyton does have a good voice. He chooses not to use it. He chooses to remain in silence.
I know. He's hiding a gift from the world, man. It's ridiculous.
One of these days, we'll see if we can get.
One of these days, indeed. What we really need is John and Peyton on here for a Sunday night when it's Yankees Red Sox.
I'm sure it'll be.
And just let that happen. I don't think we'd get a word in.
Honestly, probably not. That'd be electric though.
That would be. John, of course, the most stressful day of the year for him.
John Principe.
Rooting for you, King. I still remember the text I sent of rooting for you today, the unholiest of days.
The unholiest of days. Also, just because I haven't updated this in a while, probably should throw a score update up here.
That's true. We Sox are down to their last gasp here in the 9th. 1-run ball game. It's 4-3. Mr. Scorebug.
Nope, my bad. I thought I put a 4.
This
I forgot how typing works.
Can you believe that, viewers? I know just as much as you do on how to change that, and yet I will still give Diego crap for it.
Top 9 action.
Oh, Ryan Presley is a shockingly good pitcher. I feel like every time I watch him, I'm like, doesn't look like he should be this good, man.
He's just kind of a dude.
I know, right? All right, slider, 4-seam curveball. I'm throwing him a curveball high and tight here. I'm a high curveball truther.
Oh, I'm a big fastball above the hands guy.
What are we getting? Oh, fastball high and tight.
Fastball above the hands.
The reason I want to throw curveball high and tight is I want to get him out early so he fouls it off deep, and then I put him fastball down and away so he goes down looking. That's what that was the pitch mix I had set up in my head.
That's right. I'm a big believer in the fastball above the hands. I think it's a very good pitch. Like, I'm a big fan of that pitch in general. Like, I think it's a good pitch.
It is, and it's funny because I think for a lot of teams it's a see setting up fastball low and away, but he wasn't biting because he swung at the last fastball because high and tight.
If it's a
Astros
curve,
hire me to be your pitching coach. Astros hire me to be your pitching coach. You'd have an out right now.
Maybe.
Maybe. I stand by that. Like, of any of the sports, you could probably put, like, if you put, like, a hardcore baseball fan as a manager for one game, if it was, like, a playoff team, ooh. You know what? Josh Harrison immediately dropping that bat and taking the arm guard off. Smart move.
Yeah, you might. If you, like,
The confident, oh, yeah, wasn't even close. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that might help there. No, yeah. As you were saying.
Oh, sorry. I'll change topics. Who cares? Let's see. Actually, let me see this swing real quick. Oh, he went too. He went. That's a nice job, Josh Harrison. That's stealing an at bat.
Oh, he very, very.
Hey,
that's not particularly close either.
That's a natural born salesman right there. Attaboy.
That's a guy. That's a dude. That's a guy you want fighting for your ball club.
That's exactly what you want right there. A bunch of grandpas back in the Chicago suburbs right now, like, that's how you be a ball player.
Way to be.
All I have to do is take that elbow guard off, and you're like, I remember my dad actually being like weirdly anti that, and I remember being like, who cares? Like,
we're anti elbow guard.
Yeah, because his point was like, guys won't. He's like, it's an unfair advantage because pitchers can't pitch inside as much. Because his comment was like, it's obvious guys will like just stick the bow out, which, like, yes,
some guys do it more than others, but
some guys, but the vast majority, it's like, this is a player safety thing, man. Like, the percentage of guys that do it because it genuinely like reduces injury versus guys that use it as a means of taking advantage of a situation, like, it's not close.
Yeah, correct. But
this is going to roll over the top of the lineup for the Sox too, as that is a gorgeous pitch. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic pitch. Yeah, we're not going 1, 2, 3 here, or 1, I guess. But
who just put Jose Tabata in the chat willy nilly like that?
Oops, I said that out loud. Oopsie. I accidentally just said Jose Tabata.
Danny Mendick has a 766 OPS this year. How many games has that boy played? It's like 100 points higher than I'd expect him to have.
Yeah, 275 batting average. Not that it's everything, but that's solid. Respectable.
Next Sunday, though, we do have Dodgers Braves, which
gross.
I don't. Well, yeah, like, I mean, at least Acuna's back. Like, I love watching Albies play. I did see a tweet today that I agree with that said Ozzy Albies is the biggest victim of if you only use WRC plus to evaluate a player.
Yeah.
Like, if that's your number one metric, like, in comparison, I think that's very, very true with Albies. That is. Whew.
I don't know. If you give me one, I feel like this is a conversation had a lot. Like, if you have to use one metric to, like, figure out a guy, like, what are you using? Like
X-Grit.
X-Flow, actually.
Game-winning RBI.
Oh, yes, paid. Yeah,
actually, let me run that back. Oh, true. Yes, you're correct.
I forgot that was Jose Tabata.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Diego. What is this one single worst statistic to use to evaluate a hitter? And again, like, it can't be something like grounded to double plays, because, like, I mean, like a stat that someone actually will use to evaluate a player that you think is the single worst.
Legitimately, RBIs is not a good one.
I agree. I think RBI is the answer to that question.
It's not a good one. Like, because it's really just a circumstantial thing more than anything.
Because I've said this before. Like, you can be a bad hitter and have like 75 RBI. That's possible.
No,
however, I will say, like, can you hit 350 and be a bad hitter? I don't think so. Like, you
It'd
just
be
can't.
Pretty darn hard. I'll be honest.
Right, like, you're a math guy. At a certain point, like, batting average, like, you can. I agree, batting average is not the perfect metric to use, but at a certain point with batting average, it gets to there's a tipping point where it's like, if once you're over this number, I'm like, you are a good hitter, and no other statistic can really tell me otherwise.
No, you're not wrong. I didn't agree with sentiment there.
Oh, and Andrew Vaughn will end the game in
Of course,
slightly.
Vaughn.
This game felt really uninspired. I know the Sox made it a little competitive late, but it never really felt. This felt like an Astros win, you know? Like it felt like an Astros game where it's like, here we go. I don't know. A little uninspired. We have cut back to the same kid now several times.
Yeah, it's the kid who.
I mean, yeah, like
I get it. But...
Dodgers Braves. Let's do a little prediction. I know you're a Giants fan, so you probably would say Dodgers lose. I don't even know the starting pitching matchup, but
neither do I. Braves
I will
win
go on a limb and say that the
7-4.
Braves will win. Oh, Jeremy Pena, my king, get healthy soon, my brother. I forgot we forgot to mention him. He's been having a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll be back next Sunday. I don't know the whereabouts of Scott or Rudy for next Sunday, but they should be back.
Yeah, we'll be here.
What better do they have to do other than
Celebrate Father's Day.
listen to? That's true. That's true. Listen to Diego and I praise our light hitting glove first shortstops.
Yeah. It's true.
Thank you for watching, Evan. All right, I don't need you don't need to thank us for streaming. Like I said, I'd be watching this game, talking to myself like a crazy person otherwise. So
instead, we're talking about talking to a crazy person here.
Exactly. We're going through our fast food order. So I guess I'll summarize with
true.
If any fast food place or Dutch Bros wants to send us food, feel free. Feel free to send Peyton food. Send Peyton. Send Evan food. Send everyone